I was muted. Hi, hi, hi! Hello, hello, hello! Yumi should make a spooky emote. Whoa! I should get a spooky emote. I'm only here to say hi and go to sleep. Sleep well! Conjuring might be counted for this one. No. The Conjuring is... yeah, it's fine. Okay! No, it's an enjoyable movie. The first one is very good. The second one is fine. I don't know. Maybe I know too much about the actual cases to make it enjoyable. I don't know. Because you're like, that's not what happened. Hello, hello. Happy Spooktober! I love October. It's the most wonderful time of the year. Better than Christmas. What's so good about Christmas? Don't poop on me! Okay, I avoided it. Okay! Yumi's full of knowledge. I love... Oh, is the music too loud? I hope it's not. I love horror films. I love horror films. It was so hard to do this because I have so many movies that I want to share, and I tried to cap it at 31, but I added a few extra as like honorable mentions. Calypso already off to a flying start. I asked him if he needed a poop before stream, but apparently, no. A smidge loud. Oh, okay, I'll put it down. There we go. There we go. I love holidays. I'm so excited. Wake up, wake up. It's the first of the month. I love everything Halloweeny. It's the best time of the year. It's also, I was telling one of my friends last night, I was like, it's like the one time of the year that all my knowledge about murders and demons and ghosts and horror movies is totally normal and acceptable, and no one questions me. They're just like, yes. Yes, it's Halloween. It makes perfect sense. This is why she's talking about all this stuff. Yes. Only because of that reason. Spooky month is Yumi month. Exactly. That spooky background is so good. I'm glad you like it. Extra is always better than less. Yeah. I will put them in a... I will put the list up on Twitter and in the Discord after stream. Yeah. I haven't finished making the list pretty. But in the meantime, we can talk about it. Are we watching all these movies? We're not watching them. We're gonna watch a handful of them during this month. I'm trying to do my best to get Lunalia, but because of our time differences, hopefully I can get some of them to commit to a movie night, and we can watch Twilight. But I'm very excited. It's already pretty enough for Twitter and Discord. Stop this. I don't know what I want to dress up as, Yumi. Ooh! I still don't know. I kind of want to... I don't know. I said I wanted to be Madame Mim. When she turns into the pretty witch. But I don't know. I also want to be a mummy. I also just want to be a traditional witch so I can scare children. I don't know. There's so much to do, so little time. There are monsters in Twilight, I guess. The dialogue. The dialogue is truly terrifying. This is the skin of a killer, Bella. It doesn't need to be pretty. It was already made by you, so of course it already is. Stop! Twilight is a horror movie for different reasons. Exactly. I would still call it a horror movie. October should be renamed to You Month. I'm very excited. If I was an October baby, my life would be complete. If I was a Halloween baby, I would never shut up about it. Yes, it's the one month of the year no one suddenly questions the desire to discuss Faye. Honestly, I blend in. I'm a skinwalker during October. Does Yumi need to dress up to be a pretty witch? No, but you know, the marvelous Madame Mim. With the purple. All the purple. She wears purple a lot. The dialogue, the lack of knowledge of what a vampire is, the plot, many reasons why it's a horror. Don't you disrespect Twilight in this house. It's terrible, but it's good. Monstrous dialogue. True. I guess figure out the times for him and Nova. Let's be real. Alias will still be up regardless. Do you know what? When I suggested it, Alias was like, okay. I'm like, do you wanna think about that? Or no? Okay. It's finally time for our spooky month. I know. I'm so excited. I love it so much. Okay. I can't wait for watch-alongs. Never mind. I heard Twilight. No. We're gonna watch some classic movies. I will try not to pick really old, obscure ones so that everyone can get the movies. There's some movies that I really want to watch, but I know they might be difficult to find online, so we won't do them. But I took a lot of notes today so that I don't get distracted and then I give you the plot. You know, when I try and tell you the plot, I go on like 6 different tangents. So I've written like two sentences for each movie to get through the plot, and then I'll go on tangents about it. But I'm trying to keep it together, because 41 movies is a lot. Okay, we need to get through this, otherwise we're gonna be here all night. So it's good, terrible, or terribly good. I see you haven't watched Twilight. 13 black coat for only $46. Huh? I know what I'm gonna be for Halloween. 13 people in black coats. I remember my mom dressed up as a witch when I was little. That's so cute. Called Vampire Sucks. Yeah. That's yeah. Those ones that like scary movie. But anyway, that's what I expect of Alias. She's always awake. She agrees to everything, and I'm like, you can't say no, you know. You can't say no. I feel like that should be her motto for Halloween. Just say no. I say is I'm totally unable to say no to anyone and will agree to everything that gets given to me. If they're old and obscure, might also be in public domain. They really don't like to let these go. I don't know why. It's unfortunate. There's a lot of movies from the 50s, 60s, and 70s that have sort of been forgotten, but like the film companies won't release them online digitally, but you also can't buy them even on DVD. It's a whole thing. I'm like, why are you being greedy? Give us the movies. The yapping cannot be contained. I'm trying. I was gonna say a Yumi stream with no tangents. This isn't a Yumi stream. All night with Yumi. Don't threaten me with a good time. I'm trying. John Carpenter's The Thing. I love that movie so much. Okay. John Carpenter. Wes Craven. They did a lot. They did a lot for horror movies in the 70s and 80s. Very good. Say no to no. I see you haven't watched Twilight. Zombeaver. This is a good movie too. Blame Disney. Probably true. Warner Brothers is holding on to a lot of old movies that they still have the rights to, especially from like the 60s. And you can't get them. Sometimes they play them on Turner's Classic, but I'm like, just give me the ability to buy them. I'll even buy them. They're like, no. They're ours. Boo, release the movies to us. Exactly. The tangent is the stream. BRB? Oh, okay. We'll see you soon. Movie studios, I tell you. I know! There's a lot of good ones. I know a lot of them get held onto and then just get remade, but you know. We don't need DVD, Yumi. We have Netflix. But they're not on Netflix. That's the problem. They don't get put on streaming services. This is the problem. This is like when I was looking for all of the Clark Gable movies. I like Clark Gable. And I had to like buy like 20 DVDs because they were on like those mix things where it's like, ooh, the best movies from the 50s. I'm like, I just want the movie I want. They're very good. I wish they would put them on streaming services. Warner Bros. And Disney kind of annoying. True. I guess they're holding them for the IPs. In case they want to reboot them. Oh, in case they run out of ideas? No. Even if they're given the best idea, they're going to turn around and be like... And then look at the other one and be like, Oh, new idea? Remake old movie. New idea? Remake old movie. Remake old movie. There's a hey, no. No, we're not allowed to talk about anything unsay so here. Okay? Following the law is the good thing to do. Warner Bros. Released the movies now. I know. Let me enjoy my black and white romances. I meant the film is in black and white, not that it's an interracial movie. Although Guess Who's Coming to Dinner is a very good movie. Anyway, Guess Yumi needs to buy DVDs. Yeah, I have a lot of DVDs. Do we need to bunk someone? Bunk Warner Brothers. You meant what you meant. Hey, I mean, the movies, the old movies about interracial couples was always quite sweet. I enjoyed it. Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? Yeah. Why is that duplicate? I don't even know. At this point, I don't know anymore. James, thank you. The study on growing apples is in a sorry state. The apology is going nowhere. I do like that. 8 out of 10. No, 7 out of 10. No, I don't wanna give you too much. 7 out of 10. What is this one? Oh, I have 2. Okay, I fixed it. Don't worry, I fixed it. Okay. Wait. Spooky month. Yes. It's a spooky phenomenon. It's a spooky phenomenon. Femininomenon. Hey, yo, we're getting a buy one, get one promo on Super Chat. Stop! Stop this! Thank you, Thiago. I still haven't fixed it, okay? I still haven't fixed it. Give me a break! I just will... Listen, what if I do this and then I go... I can't find it. I don't know. We're just gonna have to deal with it. Someone remind me to fix that later. Buy one, get one free. Abuse it. It gets the double super in one. Damn it! Stop! Hey, yo, did someone say free super? No! You only get one now. Buy one, get one free is over. Sold out. To Yumi screaming is beautiful. I don't know. What if I just mute this one? Okay, I think I fixed it. I don't know, you know. Spooky Yumi, when will you get a Halloween outfit? My idea is cosplay as our mommy. I'm going to be a mommy. Probably not the mommy you're hoping for. That would be a fantastic mix-up. Be like, hi, I'm here to cosplay. I'm here. I'm dressed up as your mommy. And it's like, that's not what I meant. Oh. My mistake. Just for me then. PK, thank you so much. Diago, TGM, here's your free super seat. It works. Buy one, get one. Thank you. Supers are free. Bye. Stop this. Since Yumi's a witch, that's her Halloween outfit. No, I want a different one. Yumi's Pregontic? No. Yumi would be a mommy, but not the mommy. Yes, exactly. But what if that is what I meant, though? Then perfect. It worked out perfectly. I think you'll find this is a free super. Thank you for being a roommate of pain. Thank you. What are your thoughts on The Thing 2011? Nope. In very rare circumstances, is the remake better than the original? Also, something happened in like the 70s, 80s, and 90s where those remakes were just so good. And then when they tried to reboot them again, because a lot of horror films are from like the 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s. And then when they rebooted them in the, like the 70s, 80s, 90s, they were okay. And then when they tried to reboot them in the 2000 and 2010s, they sucked. How did they do that? Just follow the original story. They're like, no. Let me... Wait a second, Yumi is Gregant? Pregnant? Pregonanant? No. Don't believe her, guys. Supers are free. Well, once a month. Thank you for being a roommate, Up Dog. No more free super. It's okay. I'll go into debt. Oh my goodness. Thank you, Lost Rain. Thank you, thank you, thank you. It's your first super. Super, super, super. Thank you. Yumi is not pregnant. I most certainly am not. What about Jeff Goldblum, The Fly? Oh, we should talk. I have to go through the list. I have to go through the list. I like Jeff Goldblum, The Fly. I'd see that was one of the cases where I enjoyed the remake more than the original. Although the original did have Vincent Price in it, so so you know that might be controversial, but I did like the Jeff Goldblum one. But Vincent Price was in the original, so you know. 1-in-1 deal. Never again will I super. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's go into debt for our witch. No, no, no. Then why you have that baby bird? That's not a baby bird. That's Lenore. He's a grown man. He's a grown man. He's not a bird. Yumi does mitosis. What did I miss here? Well, I don't know. What did you? Wow. Also, hi. My favorite remake was Young Frankenstein. Oh, Young Frankenstein was really good. The bath scene, that's really good. We haven't got our 30-minute... Yeah, obsession. Okay. Yes, I know. I'm trying. I'm trying not to get too distracted, but you know me. And I want to make sure that everyone comes in, because I know someone's going to come in late and be like, what were the movies I missed? Like, I'm not doing them. No. No. We're not doing that. Hi, Yumi. Hello, grown baby bird. All pets are eternal babies. That is true. I still call my pets babies. I like all the B-horror movies. They're good. Some of those remakes belong with Tom Cruise. We don't speak about that movie. I watched a documentary about Tom Cruise. Scary, huh? Did we talk about The Fly or something else with Jeff Goldblum? Not yet. I was just saying that I prefer the remake of The Fly to the original. That was Lenore for who you callin' baby. Catchphrase? Hey, you stop that. I love the app. Please continue. The Thing count as a remake of The Thing from Another World from 1951. There's a lot of overlaps. This is like Cabin in the Woods. No, we can talk about this when we get to it. Winnie the Pooh, Blood and Honey. That films exists. I've seen that. It's okay. It's fine. I mean, I like what they did. Coincidentally, I just came in. How y'all doing? Hello. Welcome in. October is Yumi's favorite month. It is. It is my favorite month. So what were the movies I missed? Hey! Hey! Time you out till the end of stream. The remake is one that can be kept as long as it's The Fly. There's a few remakes that are okay. There's a few remakes that are good. And we'll probably talk about them. Generally, I do like the originals, but there's a few cases. 09, Friday the 13th. I didn't think that was bad. I enjoyed it. We will talk about Friday the 13th. Evil Dead. I don't think did I watch the 2000? I have to look up a screenshot to see if I watched the 2013. 2013 Evil Dead. I think I have. I think I watched it with my mom. My mom loves scary movies too, so we watched a lot of scary. Oh, I've seen it. Yeah. Yeah, the remake. Oh, yeah. The remake was actually pretty good. I enjoyed The Woman in the Cellar. It was very good. Yeah, the remake had nice effects. I agree. Might I interest y'all with some Evil Dead? Yes. Well, we haven't started yet. Little Shop of Horrors. The original is public domain. Oh, it is? Ooh. Little Shop of Horrors. I was gonna put it on the list, but I didn't. I did put a few campy horror films, which we'll go through. Let's go, Mama the Witch. By the way, a few months ago, I bought a Luffy outfit for Halloween, but I don't have the hat. I have similar sandals. Wow, You can be Luffy. You can be Luffy for... Oh gosh, don't tell Nova. Don't tell Nova. You can be Luffy for Halloween. I zoned out, okay. Yumi's holding back so much right now to not yap about the movies till it's time. Exactly. I'm trying not to ruin the list. I like the OG Evil Dead because of Bruce Campbell. Bruce Campbell is a very handsome man. Okay. If you say so. Just joined since we're since we were talking about remakes. I thought Halloween 07 was a good remake, but it's not for everyone. The original Halloween will always be #1. That's the thing. I will give them props when they get it to the point that you're like, this is fine. I'll give it to them, because a lot of the time you watch it and you're like, what the hell was that? Like the Exorcist Believer was like, it's supposed to be the follow-up to the original Exorcist, and I watched it and I was like, it's fine. They wanted to... Matthew Lillard, I enjoy him. He's very funny. I like it. Whenever I see him in a movie, I'm very... what's the word? I feel like a proud parent. I'm like, there's Matthew Lillard. I'm like, yes, you get that job. You get that money. What do you have? Do you have... Hey! Do you have something to say about their taste in men, Miss Alien Smasher? Wow. T-Pose is into chat. Hey, Yumi. Hello. Pizza time. Yup. Has returned, so beware and keep your baby bird protected. Hey, Alien Romulus. I haven't seen it yet. I was just thinking today that I still haven't watched the second Beetlejuice, and I was like, well, how am I gonna have time to do it since I committed to streaming every day this month? I have to go like in the morning. Who wants to go to see a... Well, I guess Beetlejuice in the morning wouldn't be bad. It was meh. Yeah, so they put so many Easter eggs. Actually, we can talk about them. No, we can talk about it when we get to it. Okay. We can talk about it when we get to it. Okay. I was gonna go on a tangent. The Bruce Campbell shade. He's fine. He's fine. I never understood the Bruce Campbell love all the time, okay? Even when I played DBD and they have Bruce Campbell and it was like, Bruce Campbell love! And I was like, okay, sure. Halloween 2018 was good though, as a direct sequel. I did enjoy how they were like, just pretend that nothing else happened. Just pretend nothing happened after the first movie, okay? It's like, okay. Did I miss Yumi talking about The Fly? We haven't gotten to it yet. I don't want to get distracted. A little bug juice in the morning? Oh, Beetlejuice. It's like, what? Ew. Scream. Scream is such a... You know Scream was gonna... No! I'm doing it again! I'm doing it again! No, okay. Yumi doesn't want to spend time with the Broommates, but is forcing herself to stream every day. No! I want to. I'm like, I'm gonna be so exhausted. Because I have to prep for stream. And the only time I usually prep for stream is on my days off. So now I have to like finish stream, go prep for stream, sleep for a few hours, wake up early to do my V4 homework, and then do all my other stuff that I have to do, and then stream. And then repeat. So it's gonna be a long month. So if I run out of energy, or maybe I'm tired or something, it's not because anything bad. It's just I'm gonna be... Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna be working overtime. We appreciate your effort. I just want to do it. I love Halloween so much, and I just want to stuff as much as I possibly can. I just want to do as much as I can in October. Are you sure you don't want to take at least a day off a week? No! I can do it! Just, I might have to just make sure I jam-pack my weekends. Dark Side Lude! Ow. Thank you! I love you, Yumi. Give us a kiss. A spooky kiss? There you go. Good catch. I hope I stopped it before it was too late. You just want a don't worry about it. I thought Ends was good, but it really should have been a 2-part finale. Final. My brain. How spooky. Spooky kiss. Spooky kisses, hell yeah. Rick Lipter, thank you so much for the gifted memberships! Look at all the people that will get to enjoy Alien... I was gonna say Alien Isolation. The people that will get to enjoy Alien with me tomorrow, huh? Yes, are you excited for Zeno? I am! I'm very excited. Oh yeah, that's what I was talking about before we went on a giant tangent. We were talking about movies and copyright. We're gonna watch a handful of movies this month, and I'm gonna try and pick ones that are sort of easier to obtain. Well, I'm gonna see if I can find them on Netflix or Amazon or YouTube so that it's easily accessible and you don't have to go hunting for it. So we might have to give some of the vintage ones. Please, I love that spooky kiss. So we might have to skip some of the old classics, but we'll see what we can find. Wonder how long Yumi will be able to last this month. Oh, the whole month! I hope. I hope I can do it. I can do it. I will do it. Hey, what did I miss? I should have done that? Yeah. It should have been me! W gift. Yes, thank you, thank you, thank you. You think that wasn't late? I thought I got ahead of it. Hate Zeno, but I'll watch if you watch. Zeno is... Oh, I forgot Species! That's a good one, too. Although I do have 2 alien movies on the list. Like, not 2 alien movies, but I have 2 alien-adjacent movies. Species is so good, though. Damn it! That was a good game. I wish we had a sequel. I know! Sorry I'm late, Yumi. No. I wish they made a sequel to that game. It was so good. I really wish they would. Especially since it sort of ended on a cliffhanger. Like, we could do more. Alien vs. Predator. They're not really horror movies. So, don't ask me why I put Alien on the list. I'm not jealous of Zeno. You're jealous. Hey, it's okay. It's okay. The Broommates are #1. Even before Zeno. Yeah, there you go. You see? I love you. Yumi kissings is such a spooking form of blessing. We believe in you. Thank you. I believe in you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. How old do you mean? And please don't say anything before the 2010. How can it be a classic if it's post 2010? No, I'm talking about like the 50s to 80s. 1 week later. I can't do it, guys. Hey! No, I can't. Me thinking about watching the alien birthing scene over and over while making the Yumi morph me. I love that scene. Okay, don't hate on Zeno. Exactly. You will do it. You got this. Time to make the month yours. Can I have Zeno or you? Zeno is mine. And I don't like to share. Fun Fact Friday the 13th. Oh. I thought I was gonna say Fun Fact Friday. No, it's not. It's Monday. It's Tuesday. Fun Fact Friday the 13th, Part 6. Jason Lives. Was released 10 years before the first Scream. It was? And it was doing the meta self-aware comedy too. Species is very kinky. Listen, I've got Hellraiser on the list. Who am I to judge? Okay. Oh, what's that? The snowman one, where the snowman comes alive and starts murdering everyone. I didn't put that on the list either. That's a good one. Although I guess that's more of a Christmas one, no? Yeah, I suppose. Oh, Christmas horror movie list. Don't say I didn't warn you. Hey, if I get through it, what? Okay, we'll make a bet. Gamba gamba! Let's make a bet. Okay, if I don't make it through October, what do you want? Huh? First Predator was a great movie. The versus movies were just schlock action. Alien vs. Predator is fan fiction at its finest. It's true. They could do more in the sequel, like make a useful map. Okay, the map... The map wasn't that bad. Yeah, actually, it was really bad. I kept walking into dead ends. They're horror adjacent, so they count. Yeah, I guess they are. I guess... sci-fi is usually all horror adjacent, though. So I guess you could put sci-fi under horror. Have you tried Peacock? I don't think we have Oh no, I have tried Peacock in Australia. It's not that great. I got it to rewatch Daria. But no, there wasn't that many movies I enjoyed on there. She learned. I learned things. I'm learning. Maybe a getting over it stream. Why do you want getting over weekly cat girl ASMR? You know what? Get out. You go sit in that corner and think about what you've done. Danny, thank you. Have any of y'all watched any Indonesian horror films? I know a few that I can recommend. Like Siksar Kubo. Okay, I can't read that. I'm sorry. I've watched a few Thai ones, I think. And a lot of Japanese ones. Oh, they do really good horror movies. East Asia does really good horror movies, and I don't know why. I guess they have a lot of legends to play on, don't they? Especially Indonesia. Indonesia and Thailand, I think, too. The shopping day? You want a shopping day? It's just me going, can I buy this? Can I buy this? I'm drinking coffee out of a Daria mug now. I love Daria so much. Nah, 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 nah. Batsu Yumi has to play Dustborn? The hell's Dustborn? Dustborn. Oh. Oh wait, no. Is it a bad? It's got really good reviews. What do you mean? I enjoy Japanese horror movies. They are very good. Lots of myths with ghosts. In ghosts to use in East Asia. That's true. And I really like demonic possession and ghosts. Those are my favorite. The Korean horror movies are pure torture. As in, like, they're bad or they're just torture. Also, hi, Nue. No, Yumi, don't play that. Why? They are bought reviews? Oh, wait. Is it really that bad? Let's... Yeah, because I remember I used to have to go to the video store. I'm old. I used to have to go to the video store to rent horror movies. And I would sometimes... They would have like a small international section. And they'd have like Japanese and Indonesian and Thai horror films. And they were very, very good. They're like amazing, but you'll be a wreck by the end. I've seen a few Korean horror films and they've been really good. But a lot of the ones coming out are zombies. I'm not a huge fan of zombie movies. And I feel like a lot of the popular ones coming out are zombies. Although Train to Busan was good. Okay, I don't like zombies except for that movie. But other than that, horror animes are hilarious. To head tied to balloons. I haven't watched a lot of horror animes. Train to Busan was bussin'. Don't watch the mysterious VHS tape that's on the desk. Oh, I thought you said don't watch the VHS tape movie. That's an anthology. That was good. Yumi remembers Blockbuster. Blockbuster and Video Easy in Australia. Video Easy. Video Easy lasted longer than Blockbuster. And there was a lot of independent ones, and there was like the last one left in the city that I lived in, and I used to go there to get my horror movies. But I was talking to my dad the other day because I was like, he's trying to get rid of a lot of the DVDs, and I'm like, no, not my DVDs. No, I collected them. He's like, they're all digital now. I'm like, no, please. And I was like remembering when we first got a DVD player, there was still like you couldn't even get that many DVDs at the video store. They only had like 3 movies on DVD and everything else was on VHS. You don't like zombie movies? It's just 7 days, Yumi. 7 days. I do like that movie. Have you seen the Omen or Blair Witch Project? I love the Omen. The remakes, I mean, even the remakes of the Omen are good. I don't know why. It's just a good movie. Kids scare me. Okay, what was I talking about? I forgot. I can't remember. Anyway, Blockbuster never did well in Australia. Their balance sheets were always upside down. I see what you did there. Title translations for just now. Grave Torture and KK and the Dancing Village. Ah, thank you, thank you. Grave Torture sounds like it would be good. Thank you, Danny. What was I talking about before I got distracted? Have you seen Zombieland? That's less horror and more comedy, no? I did enjoy Zombieland. You're talking about why you hate zombies. I can't remember why I don't like zombies. I'm just not a fan of zombie movies. I don't know. I'm very partial to like demonic. So my running theory is like, hey, if you're being chased by a serial killer or a zombie, you have like a way to end it, you know? You know? You have a way to end it. You can like shoot them, kill them, they get caught and get arrested. But how do you battle a demon? How do you battle a ghost? Exactly. Yumi holds the DVD collection in the corner and looks up at her dad. My precious. I'm so sorry, Yumi. No, it was literally like that. I was like, no, my DVDs. Me with my CDs. But they're my CDs. The Omen remake was nearly a one-to-one transfer, so it would have been difficult to make it bad. There was also... It wasn't the Omen, but it was basically a direct ripoff of the Omen. I was watching it, I'm like, this is just the Omen. Oh yeah, kids are spooky. Okay, let's. Okay, we have to go through the list. I'm gonna just talk about this for hours. Okay, we're starting. We're starting the list. Okay. Also, I figured out how to set up hotkeys. Are you proud of me? Are you proud of me, Mom? Okay. Should I be in front of the... Hold on. Oh, whoop. Wrong button. I feel like I should be in front of it. Just because I can. To assert dominance. If you don't assert dominance, what good is it? Oh, I made a boo-boo. I'm trying. Get... there we go. Damn it! Oh, no, that's right. Okay! Welcome! Welcome to Yumi's Movie Macabre. Today, we will be counting down Yumi's 31... Why did I turn British halfway through that? Yumi's 31 recommended Halloween viewing movies and 10... honorable mentions. They're in no particular order. I tried to put them in order and I couldn't. I couldn't. There was too many good ones. Okay, the first one is The Evil Dead 1981. The remake, actually, now that you pointed out, the remake was okay. You can watch the remake, but the original one is very good. Now I have Elvira cosplay. No, you're distracting me. Yumi's learning in her ripe hag age. Hey. What? I can see two big boo-boos. Bunk. Isn't Australia part of the Commonwealth? So understandable, bruv. The sequels are also very good. I need to go shower. See y'all in the VOD. Okay, at least you didn't take the phone into the shower like everyone else does. Why? Okay, I mean, I do it too, so who am I? But I usually don't announce it. If you ever see me in someone's chat, probably in the shower. Okay. The Wire Twins. Oh my god, the Wire Twins from Hellraiser. Oh, so hot. Okay, why it's 31 instead of a round number? You're triggering my OCD. Because there's 31 days... I had to double check. There's 31 days in October, so you can watch one a day if you really wanted to. And then you can watch honorable mentions. I showered before joining. I have 2 FNAF clone movies. No. I tried to watch the FNAF movie and I didn't get very far. I don't think if I got halfway. If you play with the colors in a motor, your outfit might work as Elvira's. I love Elvira. Okay. Canada is too. We don't randomly switch into British accent. Oh wait, we do sometimes. Listen, you've got the francophones. You have your own issues you need to deal with, Canada. 31 days to Halloween. Halloween. 31 days to Halloween. God save the Cure King. This is like when I forgot the Queen was dead. Okay, these are rated... Oh, these are rated R, you mean? This is R? Just kidding. Listen, I've been watching R-rated movies since I was a kid, so I don't know what to tell you. I didn't look at the ratings. Okay, I made notes so that I don't get distracted, so... The Evil Dead. A group of friends heads to a remote cabin for a vacation, only to accidentally summon demonic forces after discovering the Necronomicon. Honestly, in the remake, they did a very good job of this, and I thought it was hilarious. Like, You see a suspicious... Okay, no, anyway. You see a suspicious book and you're just gonna open it and start reading it? It's kind of weird, no? Okay, one by one, they are possessed by malevolent spirits, leading to a horrifying and bloody fight for survival. Also, I'm gonna try and not spoil the movies. So if I allude to stuff, I'm like, oh, in the acupuncture scene. And you're like, what's the acupuncture scene? I'm gonna say, watch the movie! Okay. Yes, so this is the first movie, Evil Dead. I love this movie. This movie was banned in Germany? Really? I don't think it's that bad. House of a Thousand Corpses, perhaps. Evil Dead, I think it's actually an okay movie. The game is pretty fun. I never played the Evil Dead game. Oh, wait! Was that the one that came out a few years ago? I could never get it to work. Every time I got in a lobby, I got kicked out. I just had to keep playing the tutorial over and over again, and then I gave up. What else are you supposed to do with a suspicious book? If I've learned anything from The Mummy specifically, you shouldn't just open books and start reading them. You'll probably bring about the end of the world. It always happens. I do enjoy cabin movies. Cabin in the Woods, Encounter. I think that's a very old movie. They're all sort of based in this concept. It's very good. It's a very good concept. It's very cliche. It happens all the time. When they roll up into a cabin in the woods, I'm always like, this is gonna be good. Self-survival. The CGI Scorpion King, truly the worst thing you can do. But I want to read. No. You're about to turn me into a horror nut. That sounds so interesting. Oh, it's very good. It's very good. Fun scene in theaters with other fans. I tried watching it on the plane. I couldn't get into it. It's probably banned because of a certain scene. I don't know. I feel like Germany releases Germany has a lot of horror films too, and they like their gore. So I'm kind of surprised that this would be like too much, you know? Okay, anyway, and you know, for this movie, the shaky camera when they're running in the woods, it was just the film. They put a camera on the plank of wood and they were running through the forest, and that's how they get like the super shaky scenes, which I think is really smart. That's how they do like the demon's POV. It's very good. I will say with horror films, I do enjoy practical effects more than I like digital effects, and we'll talk about that more when we go through the list. But you can't beat practical effects. When you think about Tom Savini and all these people who are just amazing, and yeah, it's really good. Alien used practical effects too. I mean, the Alien series like to use practical effects, and I think it works very well for them. The classic effects, they're so good. They are, and I feel like they don't look as dated. I feel like they what's the word? I feel like they age better than digital effects do sometimes. Is Pan's Labyrinth a horror movie? You know. That is why The Thing's 1982 still holds up so good. I mean, it's Friday the 13th as well. Those scenes. I mean, yeah, Tom Savini did Friday the 13th. Very good. CGI doesn't hold a candle to the terror of practical effects. Exactly. There's just something about it. Because, I don't know. I mean, digital effects are getting better. But there's always a point where you're like, that's digital. I mean, that's why The Conjuring, The Nun, they used practical effects for The Nun for a lot of it. And I think it just makes it way better. The fact that The Thing remake was mostly shot with practical but replaced with a ton of CGI makes me sad. Yeah, I don't know why they do that. I mean, there's a few directors that still insist on using practical effects, and I appreciate them for that. I know that guy very well. Very nice man. You know Tom Savini? That's so cool. Didn't Treasure Planet did that shaky thing too? Yeah, it's very much a popular trope, but I just thought it was funny. Imagining a cameraman running through the forest with a camera on a stick, just be like, just bouncing up and down. Psychological horror more so. Not having ever watched Horror Streak. You haven't seen this movie? It's very good. Good digital effects. You can tell it. You can't tell it is. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, I mean, a lot of the time there isn't a lot of horror films, I mean, maybe not so much recently, but a lot of horror films are made on smaller budgets because studios didn't really believe in horror films. So a lot of time when you don't pay much for CGI, you don't get great results, you know? Especially a lot of horror films, like cult classics, were, you know, student films and stuff. So practical effects actually work better for them instead of using cheap CGI. And I think that's what makes them age better. How many takes they had to do and how out of air they were. It's so funny. They don't get the CGI extensions on Star Wars. I think the Xenomorph 3 was CGI. No. Lenore's favorite snack is human flesh. Next question. Speaking of The Thing, the video game from 2002 is getting a remaster? I didn't know there was a video game. You don't hate CGI, you hate bad CGI. Practical is still better, but CGI doesn't deserve its bad rap. I mean, CGI has a place. Like, I studied 3D animation, and I had to do special effects, and I got to work, I got to visit Rising Sun, who does a lot of, they did a lot of Harry Potter, they did the Jungle Book. Like, it definitely has its place. You know, building worlds and stuff, but I feel like good CGI is great, bad CGI. I mean, even the Marvel movies have bad CGI. Like, it's very hard. But you can never go wrong with practical effects. I mean, James Wan used practical effects in, what's that red bitch's name? Ah, that red demon's name. Then a sequel planned for The Thing video game. Yumi, sorry. Listen, if something scares me, they will be referred to. That is how I will refer to them, okay? Scary movie series, we'll talk about it when we talk about Scream. I enjoy it. I love the Wayans brothers. I think that was really funny, and that was another case of like where the studio didn't believe in them and gave them like a tiny budget and were like, good luck, and then it blew up, you know? Darth Maul? No. Yumi broke character? No. I swear a lot. I try not to swear on stream. But I do swear a lot. Listen, the lipstick demon, yeah. If something scares me, I'm gonna... I still call the nun horrible things. She scared me for weeks. Every time I looked in the mirror, I thought she was gonna appear behind me. You don't know how scared I was, okay? Okay. Let me... Next movie! Whoops. Next movie. Wait, why is it not working? I set it up! I set up hotkeys! Ah, man. Oh, that's the wrong button. It broke! Is it because I finished the loop? Hold on. Oh, I know what I did. Sorry. Okay. No, I fixed it. I'm stupid. Okay, the human... That... Excuse me for a moment. Excuse me one moment. Hold on. Don't stop looking! Don't look. How do I reset it? Okay! Looking at what exactly? Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those? Jeepers Creepers, where'd you get those peepers? Okay, the next movie is The Human. No, it's not. Why are you doing this? It's randomizing it. That's not number 2. Why? Okay, fine. We'll do Jeepers Creepers. Oh, damn it. Okay. Oh, I guess we're doing the human centipede. This is gonna be so annoying. Okay. I wrote human centipede so many times. Okay, so. I mean, is this a horror movie? Yes. No, number 2 is what they ate in the movie. You said they weren't a specific word. Doesn't matter if they're randomized. No, but my notes are in order. Yeah. I guess it doesn't really matter. No one can stop the centipede. Asked him. Hey! Wow. Don't say things like that. The creeper is such an interesting demon. He is. I think he was based on a... No. I won't get distracted. There's a human centipede. I love this movie. Yumi's Real Horror Technology. Yumi's Real Horror OPS. Why? No. South Park parody episode. That was the Apple contract thing, wasn't it? That was good. You gotta give it to them. That was a good concept. They're very good at I do enjoy South Park. Okay. Human centipede. A mad scientist kidnaps 3 people and surgically connects them to create a human centipede, forcing them to share a single digestive system. Yeah. I think a lot of places ban this movie, and I mean, this is a horrifying movie because at the start, it's like these 2 girls who are on a holiday, minding their own business, and then their car breaks down, and instead of waiting by the car, they were like, let's go to this dude's house and knock on it and ask for help. And of course, he like brings them in and kidnaps them. Did I just ruin the movie? No, I didn't. I feel like you can't ruin this movie. There's a human centipede and the human centipede. You spoiled the movie to me. I want to ask the scientist why. Well, apparently, so, he was saying that, the guy that created it basically came up with the idea because he was saying that criminals should be punished by, having, like, their mouth sewn to someone's butt or whatever as a punishment. But then they brought in a doctor and they were like, how can we make this so that theoretically this could be true? Like, we're not gonna do it. But, like, theoretically, how would one stitch all these people together to have a functioning human centipede? Which I think is, like, the most terrifying part. We all remember the Lunaria human centipede discussion, right? Yes. So it's like Hostel, but worse. Hostel, I do like Hostel. I was gonna put it on the list, but then I didn't. This one is a classic. It's very good. If you think about it and what it is very good. Yeah. She ruined the movie for us? No, I didn't. There's lots of plot twists. Wasn't it in the Chain Together collab? Yeah, it was. This one is way less messed up than what people think it is. But then the sequel is everything. The sequel is like wild. I didn't even get through the 3rd one. After the second one I could... The second one was the only movie that has ever made me gag. It was the only movie that made me like... And I was eating chocolate cake at the time, which might have been related. The 3rd movie, I got like 20 minutes in and I was like, this is just like the prison one. And I'm like, this is just shock torture porn at this point. And I just did not watch it. Chocolate. Yeah, I was eating chocolate cake and then the explosion started happening and I was like, Part 2 is super messed up. Part 2 is, if you don't know what you're going into, you're very confused for like the first half of the movie. And then it starts clicking into place and you're like, okay, I see. Soft serve, stop this. This must be really bad then. It's, so the premise of the second one is that the lead guy is a fan of the first movie. And he works in a parking garage, so he starts kidnapping people to make his own human centipede. This is just like a loose synopsis. I'm not ruining the movie for you. And he starts kidnapping them to make a giant human centipede, but he doesn't really have any medical experience, so he just staples them all together, and it's not happening, so he gives them all laxatives, so you can just imagine what happened. Anyway, and there's like a whole subplot as well, which is super interesting, and it's just It's basically a guy that was just a super fan of the first movie. South Park parodied this movie. They did. It was the Apple contract episode, I think. Part 2 is a bit of a different vibe. Yeah, after you watch the first one, when I started the second one, I thought that like I'd gotten the wrong DVD or something until I watched like a bit, and then I was like, oh, I see what's happening. Especially because they sucked out the color in the second movie, so I was very confused. But this is I mean, people think it's disgusting. It's super interesting. You should check it out. A whole subplot. Ugh, stop that. This sounds like an interesting take on a sequel. Yeah, it really was. So I was keen on the third one, but the third one was just meh. Please don't say sucked out with human centipede. Hey! You don't say that. Okay. I could talk about these movies for hours and hours and hours, so I have to like I have to be wary of how long I'm spending on each one. So if I go too long on a movie, just let me know, okay? I need you to hold me accountable. The color was sucked out so much. Stop that. Stop that! I've never seen this movie, but I'm kind of squeamish. If you are squeamish, don't watch it. Jeepers Creepers is about 2 college students, siblings, I believe, going home from college. It's set very much. I like these movies that are set out like on the highway in like deserted areas. Wait, no, what am I? Let me read my let me read my notes. I'm gonna get distracted. Siblings driving home from college encounter a strange creature that stalks and hunts them. After they witness it disposing of bodies, as they try to escape, they realize the creature is far more dangerous than they imagined. And the monster is actually he's designed to be a hybrid between a human and a gargoyle. It's really interesting. And I can't remember if it's the first or second movie with the skin cave. Is it the second movie with the skin cave? I think it might be the second movie with the skin cave. The Jeepers Creepers remake was shithouse. I mean, it was very bad. It was very bad. So, this one's sort of, I mean, it's a good movie. I enjoy it. I'd probably put this under like a guilty pleasure almost, because a lot of like horror aficionados will be like, Jeepers Creepers. But I liked it. I thought it was really good. I think it's the second one. The first one, I can't remember. But they go into like his lair, the cave, and they look up and it's just human skin, like all stitched, and that's like his entire. Oh, the car is so good. Yumi really is an Aussie. Is Shithouse like Blumhouse? I love Blumhouse. I really love them. I mean, they screwed up the Exorcist Believer, but Blumhouse is very good at turning a very big profit on very small budgets. That's their whole thing, is small budget movies but maximum return on investment. But I think they screwed up with the Exorcist Believer. I'm not gonna lie. And they paid like 250 million. No, I'm talking about the Exorcist. Okay. We'll talk about the Exorcist when we get to it. I love it. We use every part of the college. That's it. They think he's a creep, but he's actually just like super into like the organic and reuse lifestyle. I need to watch this as well. This one is fun. This is a fun movie. The song is great. The remake was kind of like the remake of Texas Chainsaw Massacre. That was so bad. Oh my god. Blumhouse is the king of small budget films. They are. I would say so. I think. What's the budget for A24 films? I think they're kind of small too, right? A24? How much did I'll just check. How much did A24 production budgets? Yeah, it's not bad. Oh, okay, they're making more money. Yeah, so they started off as a small budget studio, but now they're spending more on stuff, which isn't terrible, honestly. A24 has some top-notch directors. I agree with you hands down. A24, I love the stories that they release. I think they do a really good job at doing what the big studios don't do and taking risks. Also, this is another plug for Shudder. If you like horror movies, Shudder is a streaming service that's kind of like Netflix, but they just do horror films. It started out with a lot of just like classic horror films. But now, because they're making money, they also invest, sort of like Netflix does. They invest in like directors and movies and writers, and they hire a lot of writers and directors use Shudder. It's good stuff. It's very good. They messed up the background music in when they showed it on TV in Mexico. That's hilarious. For Yumi, fun fact, in one of the scenes in Jeepers Creepers where the scene where the demon has bees coming out of his mouth, those are real bees. Oh, for each bee sting? Damn. Mr. Creeper sells his human skin furniture on Etsy for $20 a pop. That's a bargain. I'd buy it. Blumhouse is great, but they can't all be bangers. I think I was upset. No, we'll talk about The Exorcist later. It's gonna happen. We'll talk about it. But yeah, Shudder takes more risks on smaller producers and stories, and I think they have come out. I mean, some of them are misses, but there's some really interesting movies, also in lots of different languages, and it's very, very interesting, some of the stories, because a lot of the international movies are obviously based on like myths and legends and stories from those countries. So honestly, yeah, Shudder has Toxic Avenger. So yeah. I had Shudder through Amazon Prime. Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. Shudder is not free with Amazon Prime, but you can subscribe to Shudder through Amazon Prime Video. Huh? What does that mean? But yeah, and it's last time I checked, I mean, every Halloween, oh yeah, you should probably check it out. Every Halloween they do like super discounts for like year memberships. And I think for like 3 years straight, I would buy my membership every Halloween for like $20 for the whole year. And it was worth it, okay? The Exorcist. The Exorcist is my favorite horror film, so I do talk about it a lot, and I'm sorry. But it was like one of the first horror films I watched as a child, and it's like my favorite horror movie, so. Next, House of a Thousand Corpses, Rob Zombie. This is why it matters that it wasn't in order. This is an honorable mention. But I very much enjoy this. Based, The Exorcist is one of the best of all times. It is. House of a Thousand Corpses. Two couples are captured and tortured by a family of sadistic killers while traveling through rural America. Again, you gotta love the rural movies. The film, directed by Rob Zombie, is a grotesque homage to the 1970s grindhouse horror. And it's fantastic. This is to be one of my favorites. It's very good. Dimension Extreme. I forgot about Dimension. Low budget and international horror movies direct to DVD. Was that a subsidiary of Dimension? Dimension Extreme? I don't remember the Extreme part, but I know Dimension Films. Is it subsidiary of Dimension? I don't know. Mr. Rob Dragula Zombie himself. I love Rob Zombie. Okay, I don't know. The Monsters was okay. Get your damn chicken, Captain Spaulding. But it's a great movie, and this was banned in like so many countries because they were like, it's too graphic, too much violence, too much gore, very gruesome, very disturbing. Sub-label of Dimension Films. Dimension was good. Do they still exist? I don't know. You'd have to wonder what was Rob Zombie on while making this movie, since he insists he doesn't drink or consumes anything. He's an interesting man. Yeah, I don't know. I think he was just a true horror fan. And I do enjoy his movies. I think he does good. There's a few movies that I would have. Rob Zombie, the rock singer, he directed a movie. He's directed a few movies, and they've been quite good. I never watched this one. It's good. Yeah. This is one of the honorable mentions. This wasn't on the official list, but I did have to include it because it is very Beetlejuice. I love Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice is a comedy horror. Let me look up. Let me tell you what I wrote, because I'm gonna get distracted if I start talking about Lydia. I can't believe I have to use notes. A recently deceased couple hires a mischievous bio-exorcist named Beetlejuice to scare away the new inhabitants of their home. Chaos ensues as Beetlejuice's schemes spiral out of control. The Shrunken Head, 10 out of 10. We need a whole movie about the shrunken heads. That's not horror, that's comedy. It's actually a horror comedy. Actually. Yeah, I did say it's not all gonna be straight horror. I'm gonna get distracted. I love Winona Ryder, my love. It's such a good movie. Moira from Schitt's Creek is in it. Tim Burton really loved I forget her real name, because she was also in The Corpse Bride and she was in Nightmare Before Christmas. Moira, Schitt's Creek. I always think about her as Moira and I can never break it. Catherine O'Hara. Thank you. Catherine O'Hara. Tim Burton loved her. He shoved her in everything. Helena Bonham Carter. No. Catherine O'Hara, the mom, the stepmom. Tim Burton does not get enough love. I am a huge Tim Burton fanatic. Okay. I will watch anything he's slightly associated with. Broom morning. You're late. Come in. Horror comedy is a thing? Very much so. I think horror and comedy go hand in hand. Kind of like horror and sex is always a thing. Horror and comedy, I mean, you know. But yes, he adores her, and Lydia Dietz was like my idol. I was like, why can't we live in a haunted house where I can make friends with ghosts and I can be Lydia, okay? That's all I want. It didn't happen. And I'm salty about it, but it's a very good movie. If you haven't seen Beetlejuice, I mean, I feel like most people have at this point. Check it out. I haven't watched number 2 yet, so I can't comment on it. But number 1 is a lot of fun. Is Beetlejuice horror comedy? Horror and sex. Yes, very nice. Yes. I think I put this down on my honorable mentions because I was like, it's not technically a straight horror film, but I think it's a lot of fun. The cartoon. I didn't really watch the cartoon all that much. Horror comedy, Tucker and Dale versus Evil. That's a good movie. That's a very good movie. It should have been me, not her. Exactly. Where's my ghost? I just have demons. But yes, this sequel is pretty good. I haven't seen it. Fun fact, Tim Burton loves to hire Johnny Depp in most of his movies to the point that Johnny himself told him, you do know there's other actors than me, right? Yeah, I love their relationship. He hasn't hired him in a while, and I don't know if it's because of the drama or whatever. Tim Burton says it's not, but it's kind of weird. I thought that he would make a very excellent Gomez, but then I found out that he based it more on the comics than the original 90s movies, which I guess makes sense that he picked who he picked, Luis Guzman. But I Johnny Depp is Gomez. Anyway. Moving on. You have Alias. Isn't she good enough? But when she possesses me, she doesn't do fun things. Speaking of Tim Burton, I always found the thing I heard on some history video how Disney shunned Tim Burton away for his ideas. They did. They really did. He was hired as an animator as part of their program, and he made a few shorts for them. He made Vincent. We talked about this actually the other day, I think. And they were just like, listen, your art's a little bit too spooky. And then he went away and he did his own thing. And then Disney came back to him and were like, hey, we want you to make a movie with one of your spooky characters, huh? And then he hired the same scriptwriter as the one for Beetlejuice. Actually, fun fact, the scriptwriter for Beetlejuice took the advance, got drunk, and just spent it all on cocaine and didn't write anything. And then he had to call the woman that wrote Edward Scissorhands and beg her to write the screenplay for Beetlejuice. I love it. The 80s, huh? Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Oh, this is going in reverse. Hold on. This is going in reverse. How do I make it go straight? What if I unloop it? It's showing them in reverse, and I don't understand how to make it not go in reverse. That's fine. We'll do the honorable mentions first then. Okay. That's okay. Then we can get into them. Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This is the 1974 film. I hate it. I mean, they've remade this film a few times. The most recent Netflix one was a painful experience. Johnny as Gomez would have been so cool, but I can't top Raul Julia was my childhood crush. And then my dad was like, he's dead. I was like, no, my future husband. My glasses are gone. I can't see without my glasses. My glasses. Shows where Disney priorities lie. Didn't want anything to do with him till he made it. I mean, that's just a business move, honestly. But they were like, listen, your stuff is just too creepy for us. We don't know what to do with it. And apparently he used to do stuff like put fake blood all over himself and walk around the Disney offices. And everyone was like, this guy's weird. The Ring is on Shudder. The most recent one, I didn't know that. That's actually really cool. The Japanese one. The most recent one was a big old steaming pile of interesting experiment. Yeah. It was an experience. So this is a group of friends on a road trip fall victim to a family of cannibals, including the terrifying Leatherface, who wields a chainsaw. The film's gritty documentary-style presentation makes it a harrowing experience. Also, wait, Morticia reveal? Oh, reveal to me my taste in women? I mean, she's stunning. I think about her all the time. Whenever I'm like, what should I'm like, maybe I should wear more color. I think of Morticia and I'm like, no. I look in the mirror and I'm like, Yumi, pastels? So apparently they filmed this in the Texan summer. And it was super, super hot, and they weren't washing the costumes. So apparently the scent, the smell on set got so bad that people found it like actually repulsive. Because they weren't washing it. So everyone was like sweating in their clothes. It's hot. It's summer. The clothes, they would just get changed at the end of the day and then come back and wear the same clothes. Gross. Yeah. Every iteration of Morticia is yes, 100%. I just opened a jar of artichoke hearts and the juice went everywhere. Artichoke hearts on pizza, 10 out of 10. I wish I was Gomez. Semi-based on a true story. This one? Yeah, I think Leatherface is supposed to be loosely based on Ed Gein. Which makes sense, I guess. Yeah. It just feels like such a filthy, grimy movie. I love it. The real horror was the B.O. The real horror was the deodorant they didn't have. Do you spell chainsaw or chainsaw? I spell it as one word. All the sweat in that mask. Ugh, I didn't like thinking of that. The actor's emotions were real then. Yeah. You disgust me. She's gagging. They called it based on a true story to make it more marketable. Yeah. I mean, I think a lot of horror films are loosely based on true stories. Which we will get into, because I believe there's another movie on this list that's The Hills Have Eyes, but we're not up to it. Okay, next. The Amityville Horror. I love this movie. It's so good. This is not the Ryan Reynolds one, okay? Even though that one was fine. I wouldn't say that one is good, but it's, you know, fine. It's okay, I guess. I'm gonna put the roommates over here so I can see what's happening. He's supposed to be best. Yeah. The truth is more flexible than Yumi. It's also heavily inspired Resident Evil 7. That's true. That's true. Yeah, the game is very reminiscent. Ted Bundy? Amityville Horror? No, it's not based on Ted Bundy. Ed Gein. I want a Yumi the Witch horror movie. Mine would be like the Elvira one, which we'll talk about. That title is beautiful. For God's sakes, get out! The Amityville Horror. A family moves into a house in Amityville, New York, where a mass murder was committed. They soon experience supernatural events leading to them to believe the house is haunted by malevolent forces. This is also based on a true story. This happened. They actually changed the address of the house so that people can't find it. But they can still find it. I would love this house. I don't know. This house seems cool, okay? Not the death part. It just seemed like a cool house. I don't know. You mean Elvira collab? Oh my god. Every one of my dreams would come true. I love Elvira so much. Like the Elvira one, can you also jiggle? Hey! I put my What are they called? I can't even remember. Will Record be on the... Will RIC be on the list? No. I didn't include it on this list. Good movie, though. There's just so many movies. I was struggling so much with the list because there's so many good movies. Very strange vibes from it still. I feel like you get strange vibes because you know what happened. It's how I feel about cults. When I see cult leaders, I'm like, no one else got weird, spooky vibes from this guy? But I guess at the time you probably didn't. People were going to the house? Crazy. Well, that's the same with the Halloween house? The Halloween house? I mean, people go to the Halloween house, but there's another house. I think it's from another horror film. I can't remember. But the owners, the lady that originally owned it after the movie was like super happy with people to come visit the house and take photos. But the new owners really don't like it, which I mean is fair. It's your house. They put up a fence and everything. And they were like, you know what? It's your house. Do what you want with it. But you are also aware you bought a piece of horror cinema. So I feel like you should take that into account, you know, and don't spray people with hoses. But, you know, Heaven's Gate with that guy. That's what I'm saying. I feel like whenever I see them, I'm like, this guy gives me the heebie-jeebies. That's happened with a few movie houses. Yeah, I'm trying to think of this one specifically. I think it might be the Halloween house. But you know, yeah, they do. Michael Myers impersonators do show up to take photos. And wait, I think it was the Halloween house because I think the kid was dressed up like a little tiny Michael Myers, and the guy was shouting at the kid. But I mean, you know, like they made it very clear when they were selling the house, like, hey, this house is, you know, horror classic, and they repainted the door and they changed it. But I understand. And turned into a restaurant? Okay, maybe it's not the Halloween house then. Horror house. Wait. Horror movie house. LA? I don't know. I might have to look it up afterwards. Maybe it's not Halloween. What was the kid dressed as? It happened recently, and the guy, like, pulled out a hose and started spraying the kid. And he wasn't even on his property. He was, like, on the sidewalk. Anyway, just don't buy houses that have their address seen by millions. Well, yeah. Yeah, essentially. But also, you knew, you know? I can see both sides of the argument. Yeah, I can, too. But, I mean, you bought the house. Like, you were expecting it to happen, especially around Halloween. Like, it's a whole thing. Anyway. Children of the Corn! Listen, children scare the bejesus out of me in horror films. I don't know why. They're so spooky. They're so scary. I don't like it. I just woke up, so I forgot to say this. Just don't buy... Yes, good morning, good morning. What? That sounds mean. What? What did I say? Same with serial killers. I bet no one thought anything was weird when John Wayne Gacy came to their kid's birthday party. I mean, he didn't go to kid's birthday. No, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Into actual Myers. Yeah, he's gonna hold on to that. Stephen King, I love that guy. Happy Halloween, Yumi! Thank you. Happy spooky month. I'm so excited. Children are terrifying. Mr. King should be on this list a lot. There's a few mentions of him on this list. The movies are very good, and I didn't want to overrun it with Stephen King movies, but the books are very good. That was the Omen. Okay, a young couple stumbles upon a rural town where all the kids have been killed by a cult of children who worship a mysterious entity known as He Who Walks Behind the Rose. I have something to say about this. So the film was based on Stephen King's short story. He wasn't happy with how this turned out. He was like, you guys changed a little bit too much. Oh yeah, the couple must escape before they become the cult's next sacrifice. If you have watched In the Tall Grass on Netflix, I was like, this is very similar to In the Tall Grass. And I know that it was written by Joe Hill, because I've read that book, but I didn't know Joe Hill was Stephen King's son. So they wrote, Into the Tall Grass together. And I feel like they just yoinked Children of the Corn, because there's a similar thing saying He Who Walks Behind the Tall Grass or something. So I think they just rewrote it. A children cult? Nah, this movie is spooky, and they all have like they all had the white shirts, and and they just had that dead stare. Like, I was like, I don't like children. But they're both good. But I feel like, why would you just rewrite the same story? That's how I felt about Dr. Sleep or whatever. It was fine. It feels a bit like cheating. Yeah. Yeah. And it was written by both of them together, so I can't really say anything. If you plagiarize yourself, exactly. Children of the Corn is terrifying. It is so spooky. That it's an adult nightmare because it has children in the title. An adult nightmare. Yeah, they were like, the kids without adult supervision? Ah! That's not even why they're scared about the murder. They're like, I can't boss children around. Ah! Copy my homework, but don't make it obvious. And then let's make a Netflix movie. Okay. We have so many movies to go through, and we've basically gone through barely anything. We have to speed run this. Listen, I love horror movies so much, and I'm so excited to talk about them. The Omen! We talked about it earlier. Is it actually about corn? No, it's just called Children of the Corn. What? Yes, the corn is sentient. You know what? I found a romance novel about corn. We can talk about that later. A diplomat discovers his adopted son may be the Antichrist as a series of mysterious deaths surround the child. As the boy's dark powers grow, the family faces terrifying revelations about his true nature. I like this. Yeah. Apparently they say that the set of this movie was cursed. Because people were dying. I think there was a plane crash and a whole bunch of the crew died. And people were just having general accidents on set. So, spooky. Good movie. I like The Omen. Again, spooky child. Children are spooky. 12 hours movie yapping stream. You know what? Probably. I could talk about each of these movies for at least an hour. Is this a 2-part stream? No! We're gonna do it. We're gonna get through everything. Talk about how The Omen is cursed. Yeah, it's a lot of these. I think the Exorcist. Nope, we're not talking about the Exorcist. Poltergeist is cursed. Yeah, a lot of these movies have cursed sets allegedly. Didn't they make a game inspired by this movie called Lucius? They did. They did. There was also a movie. There was also like a comedy movie based on The Omen. Wasn't it called what was that? It was called Boy or something? Good Boy? Evil Boy? Something. Little Boy? Something. Bad Yumi, bad. I know, I keep getting distracted. I love The Exorcist. Yumi seems to hate children. I don't hate children. They're just very spooky in horror movies, okay? You never see a normal child in a horror movie. They gotta make him spooky all the time. They always have this dead eye. My boy, thank you. It was good. It was a good rip on The Omen. Curse sets like Glee. Yeah, exactly like Glee. Yeah, I can smell the part too. No, we're gonna get through it all, even if we speedrun it. The Night of the Witch Yumi. We see Yumi without makeup and filters. So horrific. But what do you mean? People died? That never happens. I know, but it was just kind of convenient that people started dropping dead filming the movie. Little Evil is the comedy one. Ah, that's what it's called. 12-hour stream. No 12-hour stream. I feel like there's a point like everything was made into a game with it. Well, I mean, I feel lots of horror just is, you know, just inspiration from other things, especially old movies. It's just the way you redo it, you know? Movies that drop dead now, but I love the yapping. Don't speedrun it, Yumi. We love your yapping. I know, but I don't wanna make you 4 hours of me talking about horror movies. And that's the last one for our honorable mentions. Now we will go into my list. Friday the 13th. Actually, that's a lie. The Evil Dead was part of my list, but I don't know why the list is going backwards. Friday the 13th, a group of camp counselors is stalked and murdered by an unseen killer at Camp Crystal Lake. Spooky. As the buddies pile up, the surviving counselors must uncover the camp's dark secret. Tom Savini did the practical effects for this, and it was fantastic. A lot of the actors didn't want to make this movie because they just thought it was going to be stupid and cheesy, and it wasn't going to do well. Why was that so guttural? The woman that played Jason's mom, Mrs. Voorhees, she didn't want to do the movie. The only reason she ended up doing the movie is because she needed money to buy a new car. Yeah. So, yeah. Then anything with Jason, yeah. Guys, stop spoiling. Oh yeah, don't spoil the movie for everyone if they haven't seen it yet. I mean, if you haven't seen Friday the 13th, I don't know. I don't know. You're probably not gonna watch it, but Slay, I hope she got a nice car. That's what I said when I heard that. I was like, yeah, get it. Get that bag. Go buy that car. Priorities. Well, just imagine, like, how much were they paying her for her to be like, fine, I'll buy a car. I haven't seen a lot of these movies. Scooby-Doo and Zombie Island fans. I don't know if that oh yeah, I guess I would classify that as like kids horror. There's a lot of kids horror as well. My ex she didn't know, and it was awesome when we watched. Whoa. Yeah, this is a fun movie. This is a fun movie. Apparently, also one of the women that was one of the, I guess, teenage girls at the time, I guess she was 18, that was in this movie, was never able to be hired again because they just, so many studios and directors and producers just looked down on Friday the 13th when it first came out because it was such a low budget film, and just like the sexual and nude connotations, that she just never worked again. And it wasn't until her way later in life that, you know, when it became a cult classic, people went back and were like, you're amazing, and she started doing like cons and stuff. So I'm glad she got her bag towards the end. But it is unfortunate that she made this movie and then everyone just sort of turned on her. A lot of slasher tropes made in this one. Definitely. I think this was also like one of the first, like, well, not one of the first, but it certainly made the blood splatter very popular. Yeah. Good she got that bag. Yeah, it's just unfortunate that she spent her whole life. You know. Did you read the wholesome Jason Voorhees webcomic when he became a really nice guy? No, I didn't. Get that bag, Pamela Voorhees. People that target actors for the movies they were in are weird. Yeah, it's unfortunate. I just thought of it. The Scary Movie parody gonna be in this list or no? No, but the movies they parody are on this list. Yeah. Scary Movie is a great series. I enjoy it thoroughly. Variety V4 played Friday the 13th. I mean, the servers are down now, right? Because of the copyright argument they had. Next year, June 13th is on a Friday. Bum, bum, bum. I like that. That's really cool. We should do something for June 13th. Is it? No, that's a different date. Scary Movie's good stuff. It's good. I enjoy it. Yeah. Scary Movie 1, 2, 3? No, 1 and 2. And then the Wayans brothers left, I think, and then Sony was like, keep making more movies. Although 3 was good. The 3 was the Ring one, wasn't it? That was okay. But after that, it was like, meow. Downhill. Jason blew up for Halloween only because of the hockey mask. Oh, yeah. Easiest bloody costume ever. I remember the chemical used for the blood caused one of the actors to be in a rush to the hospital when the blood got into their eyes. That's true. I forgot about that. But yeah, Scary Movie is also good. I can't remember what that one is. I was born on April. Ooh, that's kind of spooky. I like that. Jason's mask wasn't until the 3rd movie. Michael Myers was a good costume as well. But yeah, Friday the Jason costume is like always popular though. You basically need nothing. It's basically a regular dude outfit with a mask. Jason will always be a popular costume. Same with Ghostface. After the Wayans brothers left, the stuff went into a down and spiral fast. Yeah, the Wayans brothers have a certain penchant for a certain type of comedy. Monster Squad! Okay, this one is just a fun movie. If you haven't seen this, please go see it. It's just a fun, I was gonna say fun, bloody movie. It's just so much fun. How the actors behind Jason and Michael are the nicest people. So true. Hello, Yumi. Hello, Broommates. Hello, welcome in. Another horror comedy. It's such a fun movie. I was hoping this was here. Yeah. I had to. A group of kids discover that Dracula, Frankenstein's monster, and other classic monsters are planning to take over the world. With the help of an old diary, the kids band together to stop them. It's a good movie. I don't know. Ooh, interesting. This is a fun one. This is just a fun Halloween movie. I didn't include too many, like, just general fun ones. This fun, like this horror comedy, but this one's just a fun movie, and I love it, and I will watch it every year, and I don't even care. Had a bag for a mask because they were still trying to figure out his look. I didn't recognize this, but now I remember this was one of the first scary movies I ever watched. It's a fantastic one. Horror comedy. Yeah. You can't go wrong. I think it's so much fun. He had a burlap sack. Oh, I remember that. Is that the... Oh, I'm thinking of Camp Sleepaway. Never mind. That guy also had a sack on his head. Camp Sleepaway is a good movie. It's on the list. Near Dark, Best Be... Ugh. There's so many movies, okay? There were so many. I'm trying. Pinky and the Brain. I may have to send my sister a screenshot. Oh, okay. That sounds beautiful, especially looking at them in the background. You mean Sleepaway Camp? Yeah, I always get the back to front on that one. Camp, Sleepaway Camp. Yumi. Hat's the scariest film. Oh, what's the scariest film you've ever seen? Thank you, Rick Lipter. I mean, scariest? When you say define scary, the one that stuck with me for the longest was The Nun. And you're like, that's not scary. Well, it was actually The Conjuring 2, not The Nun. But that one, because usually I watch a scary movie and you know it's done. I never think about it again. Yeah. Don't ruin Sleepaway Camp. Of all the movies, do not ruin Sleepaway Camp. The old Pennywise, the shower scene with the claymation is hilarious. The film that made you not be able to sleep. I don't think there was any movies that didn't make me sleep. I sleep well. But The Nun had me... Because I watched The Nun and then I was living alone in the US. And I was staying in this townhouse. I don't know what they're called in America. Duplex. I don't know. I was staying in this townhouse and every time I would shower, the mirror would fog up, like totally. Even if I left the door open, it would always fog up. And I just had this fear that when I tried to like, you know, get rid of the condensation, she was going to be standing behind me. And when I'd be walking, because the light was at the bottom of the stairs in this house, I remember it, and I'd have to turn off the light, and I would just have this feeling that she was behind me, and I would be sprinting up the stairs. And then I'd look the bedroom and like, and then I'd be in the blankets like, oh. And I slept with Netflix playing for like days. It took like a solid week and a half before I stopped thinking the nun was behind me. It was just so well done how she would just appear out of like nowhere. And I had to shower with the curtain open because what if I opened the curtain and I literally transferred back to being a child. Actually, do you know what? There was a movie that I didn't sleep. And it was when I was little, and it was Pet Sematary. Oh, I didn't put Pet Sematary on the list. That's such a good movie. It was Pet Sematary. You know the scene where the biker gets hit by the truck and then in the hospital he like gets up after he's dead and his brain is hanging out and he's like, I'm gonna come see you tonight. That messed me up. I had to sleep in my parents' bed for so long. And my mom was like, stop watching these movies. And I was like, but they're so good. That was terrifying. Yeah. And to this day, because of Pet Sematary, I hate those stairs that have gaps. You know those gaps? Because remember the scalpel scene? I sprint upstairs with gaps. Because I just whenever I see those stairs, I get that little memory and I'm like, what? Time to run. But yeah, that one was the only one as a child that I couldn't sleep because I was like, the guy with the brain's gonna come visit me. Death Note, I did watch it. It was fine. The Grudge is a good movie. Oh, What Lies Beneath was also What Lies Beneath is like more of a psychological thriller than a horror movie, but that probably gave me my fear of lakes and dead people grabbing my legs. Anyway, next movie. Pet Sematary remake. I watched it in cinema. It wasn't that great, but the thing about it was they changed all the jump scares, which I know why they did because I was watching it. I'm like, here it comes. And then it wouldn't happen. And then it would happen to someone else. And I'm like, oh, I see. I see what you've done here. I don't like it. Caroline. Caroline is a fantastic movie. I don't remember the name. I just know there was the scene where this lady head comes off in a parking lot and it walks around on spider legs. Someone get me the name of that movie. What if one of the wives grabbed your legs though? Underwater? If anyone touches my feet underwater, I kick them in the face. This is not a joke, okay? I don't like it. Don't touch me under the water. Okay, this house is a House on Haunted Hill, Vincent Price. This is the original. There is a remake. In the original, oh wait. Again, I'm gonna get sidetracked if I don't read my notes. But before I read my notes, in the original, so basically this millionaire is like, oh, come to this house. Ooh, if you survive the night, I'll give you $10,000. Beetlejuice was on the list. I just bit my tongue. The Thing, spider legs. I don't remember if that scene was in The Thing. No. The Thing is set in Antarctica. In the snow. I don't think there's a parking lot there. In the remake, it was $1 million, which I mean, I guess makes sense because in the 50s, 10K was probably a lot of money. But imagine if they did the remake and it's like, if you survive the night, you get $10,000. I'll say it 3 times. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice. And I'm still alone. I would date Beetlejuice. Okay. Yeah, Antarctica. Also, hello. $10,000 was a lot in the 50s. Yeah, exactly. But imagine in the remake, they were like, $10,000. And everyone was like, how about no? I was going to put 13 Ghosts on the list, but I didn't. Anyway, okay. Your toast, Yumi. Yumi, no. But can you say candle? Candle what? But House on Haunted Hill, Vincent Price. I adore Vincent Price. How can you not? An eccentric millionaire invites 5 guests to stay in a haunted house for the night, offering them $10,000 if they can survive until morning. As strange events unfold, the guests begin to question what is real and what is part of the millionaire's game. Also, fun fact, Michael Keaton gonna come now. Okay, I don't want Michael Keaton. What do these horror movie characters have that the broommates don't? Bloodlust. Stream gonna end early. No. This was one of the first movies that had like not props, like gimmicks in the cinema. So like when something would happen, they would have like a fake skeleton fly over the audience. And you can imagine in the 50s. So I think it's bloodlust, you say? Exactly. Bloody Mary thrives in a dark bathroom every day of the week, buddy. Vincent twice. 4D experience. Yeah. I think it was kind of cool that they did that. I don't mind. I think it's gimmicks. The directors love to use those. Yeah, so you'd be like watching, minding your own business, and then a skeleton flies out from the ceiling, and you're like, oh my god! But this is a fantastic movie. The remake is good, is fine. Like, it's like absolutely fine. If you can't find this, I mean, first time in color. There you go. I watched it in black and white. I'm 98 years old. I watched this when it first came out in cinemas with my popcorn and my sody pop. But yeah, you can watch it in color. But if you can't 4D, I guess so. That sounds like an amazing experience. Yeah. Beetlejuice and Bloody Mary coming after Yumi, both being confused. You know what else thrives in a dark bathroom? A predator. A sex pest. Can't forget the Alien movies. It's very rare a remake is ever as good as the originals. That's true. But this one was actually, it was fine. But if you can get the original, I highly recommend this one. Yeah. Time has been good to you, Yumi. What can I say? The blood of the innocents keep me young. Dawn of the Dead! Another classic. Shaun of the Dead, even. What? Why did I get bonked? What? What did I say? What did I say? I don't even know. This movie's in the public domain too? Yeah, finding it is a pain. The original is Chef's Kiss. Yeah, boy, it's very good. Dawn of the Dead, survivors of a zombie apocalypse take shelter in a shopping mall where they must fend off both the dead and other human threats. The film explores consumerism through the metaphor of zombies swarming the mall. Is there a remake for this? I feel like there's a remake of this and I watched it and it was decent. Let me double check. I vividly remember Dawn of the Dead. Yeah, 2004. Yes, the Zack Snyder. Yeah. There was a remake. It was fine. Zack Snyder, yeah, it was. The 2004 remake. Watch the original. Yeah, watch the original. I don't know, watch the original. 2004 Zack. I didn't know it was Zack Snyder. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't know that was. I didn't know he made that one. But it was okay. But watch the original. Night of the Living Dead. Night of the Living Dead is a good movie. Gotta have this movie. Day of the Dead is underrated as hell too. If we can find it. I wish I could just share screen, but we can't do that. I mean, I would never do that. But, you know, if we could. I don't watch Zack Snyder movies. Yeah, I don't know. It's not my usual thing, but you know. Also, I remember Dawn of the Dead. It was nice. Shaun of the Dead was good. Underrated horror movie, The Batman vs. Dracula. I've never heard of this. Okay. Next movie. The Fly. Honestly, this is one of the cases where I enjoyed the remake more than the original. But basically a scientist... Oh, my notes. When I try and tell the synopsis, I just go on a tangent. Actually, let me see if I can do it. So a scientist has built like a okay, I need my notes. A teleportation machine. Okay. Jeff Goldblum, yeah. Jeff Goldblum one is the remake. Yes. At the spider leg head movie I mentioned, it was called The Faculty. Oh, I haven't seen that one. This poster looks pretty fun. That's a fly. Yeah, so he builds like a teleportation device, and when he gets into it, a fly manages to get into the machine as well, and their DNA, the common housefly's DNA fuses with the doctor's DNA, and he slowly starts turning into a fly. It's very good. It's very good. I don't know what to tell you. It's a fun movie. I enjoyed it thoroughly. You're talking about something and your brain decides, hey, I want to talk about this instead. Yeah, that's why I need my notes to actually get through the synopsis. Takes off pieces of himself. They haven't tried to remake The Fly. They probably will. Someone suggested it, I'm sure. It's like the button question. You invent teleportation, but you become a fly. You also like Brundlefly, don't you? I don't know what you're talking about. A nice body horror. That's true. It is, yes. I love it, but it's so fucking sad. It is. Yes. The original Pokemon games. What the... Never heard of this film before. This is fantastic. Do you think this is easy to find? We should watch The Fly if we can. More than one living organism in a teleport device will go wrong. The Simpsons did a whole episode of the same thing where he turns into a fly. He uses like a teleportation device and he also turns into a fly. But yes, the remake of this is way better than the original. If you can find the original has Vincent Price in it as well. Hey, Vincent Price was getting his bag in the 50s. Yeah, if you want to check that out, you can. Also, like, this is all practical effects. And, yeah, apparently Jeff Goldblum had to spend, like 5-6 hours a day getting makeup before he could film. Which is... I mean, I always think about this, too. Imagine, like, going to Jeff Goldblum. I mean, he was young. But, like, imagine going to any actor and being like, so... here's the concept of the movie. You are a doctor. And the actor's like, yeah, okay. You invent a teleportation device. Oh, I like this. You get into the teleportation device. And then a fly goes in too. Okay. And then you start turning into a fly because your DNA fuses. I think I left my car running. But I like... So hear me out. Yeah, literally. So hear me out. But yeah, I'm glad he did it. It's very good. The half dog, half cat, but then the two butts one. That was the Treehouse of Horror. Yeah. I love the Treehouse of Horror. We talked about it last time. Death Wish film. There was a sequel to The Fly? I have not seen this. What's the pay? You know what? That's a good answer. I would be like, so I think I left my car running. Yeah, I feel like Goldblum is a character I like. He said sign me up. There's a sequel, greatly underappreciated. I didn't know that. I might have to look it up. Wait, was Jeff Goldblum in that one too? They redo it. All right, next movie. Actually didn't hate the sequel. Next movie. Night of the Living Dead, 1968. We're doing the 1968 version. Catwoman is a scary movie. So scary. Has a much happier ending. I might check that out then. Son of the Fly. Oh, I think I have seen Son of the Fly. Son of the Fly. Oh, maybe. I might have to double check this after. I feel like I have seen it. Okay. It's about his kid being a fly human. Yeah. Remade 10,000 times. I know, but it's very good. Jeff Goldblum read the Steam Hams meme. Steam Hams. Cronenberg sequel is The Fly 2. This is the first movie Roger Ebert reviewed. Broom morning. A spooky laugh. That's the only way I will laugh during October. Night of the Living Dead. A group of strangers take refuge in a farmhouse during a zombie apocalypse. As tensions rise and the undead close in, the survivors must band together to escape the growing horde. My fun fact for this movie is they never actually say that they're zombies. They call them ghouls. Why wouldn't you say zombies? They just say ghouls. Be careful, the ghouls are out there. It sounds so stupid. The ghouls! They got him! I don't... Maybe it's because it reminds me of Alias. This poster is so good. It's a very good poster. Ghoulies, even. It reminds me of Alias. Ghouls? Good morning. On the classic zombie movie directed by late George A. Romero. So many zombie stories refuse to call them zombies. I know. Just embrace it. Probably because of this movie. I don't know. Just call it a zombie. I think it would have been cooler. He's been ghouled! No! That sounds so gross for some reason. Get ghouled. Wasn't in the pop mind yet. It was, but I don't know why they didn't go for it. Maybe they thought it was like cheesy and cliche or something. Chompies, Munchers, Walkers, so many nicknames for zombies. Walkers. It's a bunch of walkers! It's just a bunch of old ladies in their walking frames. It ain't funny when the ghoul's nomming on you. Maybe I'm into that. You don't know. Maybe they felt zombies were an overused topic, so they called it ghouls. Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Tales from the Crypt. You can't stream it anywhere because of copyright stuff, even though it was on HBO. I love Tales of the Crypt. Very good. And listen, maybe I still watch it because I have a copy somewhere. It's very enjoyable. I love Tales of the Crypt. That's so good. The Goosebumps ones are good too. Anyway, ghosts will never scare us again. We will just wonder if they're gonna whisper in your ear and say sweet things to you. Starring Jeff Goldblum. Gonna ghoul all over the place. Ew. A zombie is more of a typical Walking Dead type of undead, largely mindless, shuffling animated corpses. A ghoul is more of an undead creature which eats dead bodies. It's not mindless. But I feel like I guess maybe. I mean, I'm not a huge zombie film person. I've said that. I guess maybe in later years they kind of, I guess, just became one. I'm glad Zombieland embraced it. They actually do call them that in his movies. Huh. The alleged zombie rules, like how you're not supposed to call them zombies. I see. Go get Tales of the Crypt on DVD. You can. You should. Then you need to get a DVD player. Happy spooky month. Thank you. Terminator's more action than horror, but it's really good. I would put that under sci-fi and not under... Like Alien, I would put under horror I guess we did just discuss that sci-fi probably just falls under the horror umbrella in general. I forgot the name, but it's similar to this name. Yeah. Horror to me though. Brew morning. Rule 1, cardio. Zombieland. A lot of people consider Terminator 1 as horror. DVD, you're gonna confuse the Zoomers. Wait until I talk about VHS. Lunalia is enough to cure 4 fears in 1. Witches, demons, ghosts, and doctors. I mean, I feel like you should be scared of the demons and doctors. Tales from the Dark Side? Have I seen that one? I'm not sure. Because D&D and Resident Evil, I tend to refer to the undead by the specific names. That makes sense. People say this movie's about racism where the main guy got shot by the police because of his skin. In the 60s? 1968? Oh yeah, that was like the peak of like activism, wasn't it? The Summer of Love. That would be an interesting if that's true. I might make a note and look at that later. Candyman? I did not put Candyman on the list, even though it is very good, but there is an... Wait, no, I think I did actually. Never mind! Actually, no, I don't think I did. The actor is in another horror movie that is on the list. Anyway, 60s with the heights of... Yeah, that's what I just remembered that as well. That'd be interesting. Have you played the Friday the 13th game? I played it a couple of times, but now it's gone. The room will confuse generations one day when no one knows what a tape is. They just remake it. Mom, I found this USB. Mom, I found this video on YouTube. On Livewire. Okay. Next movie. The Haunting! This is a remake. I enjoy the remake. The original is good, but I enjoy the remake of this one. And that's not because I have a crush on Catherine Zeta-Jones. Oh my god! But kind of. It be a cursed video link, exactly. It's one of those emails, like those chain emails. If you don't send this to 6 people, you're gonna die. A scientist assembles a group to investigate Hill House, a mansion with a history of strange events. As the group spends more time in the house, they begin to experience frightening phenomena that may be the work of the house itself. Ooh. If you've watched Scary Movie 2, the basis of that movie is based on this. Yeah. I mean, a Scary Movie obviously puts in lots of different movies, but that was the base movie. Kind of like how the first one was like Scream was the base. This one, the base of this one was... The base of Scary Movie 2 was The Haunting. Liam Neeson. Even the hand guy? Well, exactly. Not quite. I'm more into horror comedy. That makes sense. I mean, that's understandable. This didn't really use like this is very old school horror, I would say. So they use more like sound and lightning. Sound and lighting to like set up the horror scares and stuff. So it wasn't really a lot of like, you know, like he jumped out of the hallway and scared me type of thing. It wasn't a lot of... There were jump scares, but they were all based on like light and sound as opposed to like, you know, physical things. It was like a psychological horror. Owen Wilson is in this movie and I always forget, but there's this fireplace scene that I love so much. Oh, it's so good. This, oh my, don't swear, I'm just kidding. There are heaps of haunted houses that are coincidentally called Hill or on Hills. Yeah, the Haunting of Hill, what is it? Haunting of Hill Manor. Even books. There's always houses on hills. I need to buy a house on hill. Dinner is now in slow cook. Whoa, yum. What'd you make? Oh, you said artichoke hearts. I wonder what you're making. Liam Neeson? Yeah. I'm more first-person horror, like from a camera perspective. I really don't like them. Game-wise, absolutely. First-person horror all the way, but... I don't know. I'm not too keen on that. I mean, I get it. I'm also not a huge fan of found footage. Cloverfield is very good. Blair Witch is one of the cases I don't mind. I'm generally not a huge fan of found footage. House on the Hill that has eyes. Owen Wilson pops up in a horror movie. All you hear is, wow. When he walks up to the fireplace, he's like, "Wow!" And then it happens. It's not for everyone. Yeah, I don't know. It's just, and I know there's so many good found footage films, and I mean some of them are very good. I've watched them, but it's just not a genre. I mean, yeah, it's not a genre that appeals to me. Next movie, the Witch. Ow! I bit my tongue. The Witch. I deserve that. The Witch. This is one of my favorite movies. I'm gonna have to say, I put it right up there. It's really, really good. Of course, this is here. The Witch. Oh my god, it's you. It's such a good movie. It's such a good movie. Okay. In 1630s New England, a Puritan family is exiled to the edge of the dark forest. These are all things I like, where they begin to encounter strange supernatural forces. Anyone remember the goat? As their fears grow, the family falls into paranoia and madness. It's so good. Oh, it's so good. Is this on Netflix? We might add this to our watch list. I haven't fully decided what we're gonna watch. I was gonna see which ones are like readily available, but I wonder why this is your favorite. It's such a good movie. I will say it is like all in like ye olde English, so it can get annoying. So, you know. But yeah, so all of the dialogue in the film was like based on historical records, and it was written in like 17th century English. So it is kind of annoying. Is this your biography? Listen, I'm not actually 98. I'm much older. Ye oldie doesn't bother me. Some people find it annoying. My mom wanted to like this movie, but I guess because she's ESL, she was like, this is hurting my brain. And I was like, you know what? Fair. Fair. That's fair. Totally okay. The original Wicker Man. I won't understand anything, but let's go. You can use subtitles. A witch favorite movies about a witch makes perfect sense. I love this movie. It's fantastic. It's creative. It's well done. I really enjoyed it. Isn't the father played by that big English guy with the awesome voice? I'm so bad at names. Let me see. The Witch cast. Let's see. Oh, Anya Taylor-Joy is in it. She's the young one, isn't she? The father. Ralph Ineson? Jonas, the Witch. Dungeon Master. I can't reveal crow's feet on Yumi, excuse me. I've generally been more surprised by the fact that water is wet. Nicolas Cage's Wicker Man. How to get burned. The dinner is artichoke soup. Oh, with corn, mushroom, spinach, and mozzarella. That sounds so good. That sounds so good. Okay. Next movie. This is a fantastic. Watch this. Okay, next movie. I love this movie so much. Okay. I didn't think when this first came out, I didn't think I was gonna like this because I was like, oh yay, it's probably a zombie movie. It's not! And it's so good. Did you make some for all of us? That's a good point. Did you make some for all of us? Look, it's Yumi's own movie, The Witch. Yumi. I'm just gonna take that and put my name in tiny writings. Yumi, The Witch. This one is good. This one very much surprised me. Jane Doe is wild, yes. It is pretty good. I wasn't expecting to like it as much as I did. So this is a father and son who work in the mortuary. Oh, let me get my notes. They work in a mortuary, and yeah, I should read this. Well, no, I think I can do it. They work in a mortuary, and the police officer brings them this body at night, and he's like, hey, I need the results ASAP by the AM. And then, maybe I should get my notes before I break it down. A father and son team of coroners perform an autopsy on an unidentified female corpse, only to discover disturbing evidence of supernatural forces at play. See, that's, yeah. As they investigate further, they realize they are trapped in a terrifying mystery. I don't want to say anything because I feel like I ruined the movie. I feel like I ruined the movie because there's like so much. We could watch this one. This one's on Netflix. I know that for sure. Jane Doe is wild. It's very good. This looks interesting based on the poster. Very much so. This is also Yumi's movie for her after-school activities. Excuse me. Autopsying. feel like this is a Nova movie. That video game like this film. That video game. God, oh! No, because the ending of that game we saw. But this one. Jane Doe, female Joker. My nightmare fuel movie. Good to see Brian Cox still open to working on films like this one. Yeah. This was a trippy one. It was... Yeah, I honestly did not expect to like this watching it. I watched it with my mom, and we both really, really liked it. My mom falls asleep during horror movies. It's kind of annoying. Because then she'll wake up like, oh, what happened? Go back. I'm like, I'm not playing it again. But this is very, very good. It's very, there's a lot of demonic stuff. You could bring Nova the Bodies, true. The Exorcism of Emily Rose. That's a good movie though. I do like demonic possession has a grip on me. I love it so much. I love it so much. Ghosts and demons. But yes, please. This is a movie you should definitely check out. Have you seen Manhunter? It was Hannibal Lecter, but his name is spelled differently, where they remade in 2002 as Red Dragon. No. The old horror movie I watched inspired by the Omen, where I was setting in an Amish community. 6 girls were born on day 6. I remember this movie! I don't remember what it's called, but I remember this movie. Would you say you're possessed by it? What can I say? Let me ask the voices. Let me ask the disembodied voices in my house. Is Lecter in that one? Also with Brian Cox. This is very good. Also, there's very much mystery, and I don't want to ruin the movies. It's so hard. Amish. How do you say it? Omish? Kind of wish there were more movies like where someone basically fucked around and found out. Autopsy. Is that how you spell it? Yes. Found an AI of you in Talkie Sofa. Ah, the real deal. Maybe I am. You don't know that. I am an AI. But yes. Check this out. If you like demonic possession and mystery and spooky movies. So like basically, they start the autopsy and then there's a storm. It's a whole thing. It's very good. And the policeman comes back the next day and is like, where'd everyone go? What happened? I love it when that happens in movies. What happened? Where'd everyone go? Oh. Next movie, The Poltergeist. A classic. A classic. I am partial to classic movies. The 80s horror is probably my favorite. I have the hiccups, which is weird because I didn't eat. I only had an energy drink today. I didn't even finish my energy drink. Where's my energy drink? I finished it. A suburban family's home becomes the target of malevolent spirits that communicate through their television. I love this. Eventually kidnapping the youngest daughter, the family must work with paranormal experts to rescue her. This is one of those film sets that were allegedly haunted as well. Apparently, I don't know, allegedly, they're here. They used real skeletons for the pool scene. And I was like, huh? But yes, this is a classic. If you are gonna watch the classics, this is definitely one of those. They did? Like, why though? Were they just in storage and they didn't realize they were humans? I don't know. I bet Yumi's at the magical school researching how to make demonic possession happen. That's why she needs the buddies. Watch me start summoning demons this Halloween. You're gonna go apple picking. I'm gonna be summoning demons with Dr. Nova. I swear if I ever had a kid and I saw them staring at the TV before saying they're here, I'm hopping out of that house and driving far away to Canada. Children are spooky, I'm telling you. I See Dead People. No, I See Dead People is from The Sixth Sense. Ah, The Sixth Sense is a good movie too. Yeah, there's too many movies. I missed some. They did because it was cheaper to use real skeletons from medical storage than make them. Ugh. Can I go ahead and sell my soul to Yumi? If you would like, yes. I don't give out money. I give out 1 kiss per soul. You're getting ripped off, but... Apparently actresses' screams of fear were real in that pool scene. Yeah, mine would be too. What do you mean? Disney also used real skeletons because their fake ones look too fake. Wasn't this filmed on former native burial grounds, allegedly? Isn't most of America former native burial grounds? Every time I watch the Dead Files, they were like, your house was built on a burial ground. I'm like, oh, there's a surprise. Oh. Sign me up, please. One kiss, sign me up. I see dead people. I see dead people. You do? Yes, they're very cold. Why make a skeleton when you already have one? I would also like to wear the hat for 1 minute. No deal! Okay, next movie. The Craft. Is this a horror movie? No. I mean, kind of. Do I watch it every Halloween? Yes. I even have it on my keys. We're the weirdos, mister. I love this movie. A new girl at a Catholic school befriends a group of outcasts. Dude, the hair scene in the shower. Oh, sorry. See, this is why I need notes. Befriends a group of outcast girls who practice witchcraft. Together, they harness supernatural powers, but things quickly spiral out of control as they face the consequences of their magic. Yeah. Fairuza. Oh my gosh, Fairuza Balk is amazing. Her and Waterboy. I follow her on Instagram. She's an artist. She sells art. I've bought some of her art pieces. I have them in my house. I adore her. Too many North American native tribes try to assert that everything is sacred. Well, I don't know. That's not up for me to comment on. I don't know. But I just know from what I've read that, yeah, a lot of the haunted places were on native burial grounds, and I'm like, hey, you get haunted, that's on you. I don't know what to tell you. That happens a lot. Like there was like so many cases of graveyards, just general graveyards. They bulldozed the headstones, but they left all the bodies there, and then they would just build on top of it, and then they were like, oh, why is everything haunted? Yeah, because there's dead people under your house, lady. What kind of name is Fairuza? I like that name. I think it's very pretty. I think it's very pretty. If I had a daughter, I'd name her Bella. Just kidding. And then I'd name my son Edward. It's a joke. I think Fairuza is a very pretty name. Can we have a hug for no reason? Suspicious. I'll think about it. Is this the new Minecraft movie? Desecrating a grave seems like a sure way to get haunted. Exactly. Did I tell you about the... No, I'm getting distracted. Okay. No. When is Yumi gonna face the consequences of her magic? Never! I have a friend who works the night shift at a hospital morgue. His reason? No one goes there so he can nap. Morgues scare me. Poor Yumi's children. It was a joke! It was a joke. I would never. But I think Fairuza is a pretty name. This guy brought a graveyard plot, ordered all the graves to be dug up and burnt, built his family home on that plot. Not even 3 months later, he had to move out because strong ghost activity. Oh, really? I wonder why. I hate when people do that. Or when they move into a house they know is haunted, and they're like, no, it's not going to be haunted for us. It's haunted. You can't start bringing something up then stop halfway. No, because I was thinking of the TV show Haunted, and there's an episode. Okay, we'll talk about it. What? Wait, no, let me talk about this first. Also, you know they had a real witch on set, and they were basically asking her to make sure, like, to make it as like realistic as possible. And during one of the scenes, they used an actual spell, and then a flock of bats. Is it a flock of bats? A flock of bats flew over during filming. Ooh. Also, okay, back to a real witch. Yeah, they had a real witch. Are you gonna say witches aren't real? They had a real witch, and I think that's kind of cool. Yeah. Hi everyone. Hello. I've been to the morgue a few times for work. They're a little spooky. I think they're spooky. I also don't like funeral homes. Also, when I speak to people who like work at funeral homes, they're like, oh yeah, ghosts exist. So they killed a family of 7 in this house, and that's why you sell it to us for a massive discount. When can we move in? What could go wrong? That was also in the haunted thing. Anyway, okay, a haunted TV show is on Netflix. It's really good. It's by Blumhouse. They bring on a family, or I guess a group of people every episode, and they talk about, like, the one person talks about their paranormal experience to their family and friends. Anyway, Yumi admitting to canceling The Craft. What can I say? I was the on-site witch. A bunch of bats is called a colony. Ah, oh yeah, it is. You're right. A colony or a camp. That's cute. How did they find one? Oh yeah. So this lady, she used to hang out in cemeteries as a teenager with her boyfriend, and then one day her boyfriend steals a headstone and brings it to her as a gift, and she's like, I don't want this, and he's like, screw you, bitch. And then she keeps it in her room, and then she starts getting haunted. But the ghost really likes her, so he like protects her when her mom gets angry at her, and he like slams the door in her face. And then anyway, she gets married, but then he starts haunting the dude like, she's mine. And then in the end, because during the episode, this is why I have notes. I sound like that kid. And I had a dream, and what was I saying? What was it? Oh yeah. And then it said ex-husband, and I was like, oh, they obviously got divorced, and then they solved this issue, because usually at the end of the episode there's a resolution. They're like, and that's why the ghost stopped haunting me. But no, she divorced him and he left the house, and she's just living in the house with the ghost of this one guy. And I'm like, are they doing it? I have follow-up questions, and I couldn't find any answers to my follow-up questions. And I still want to know what happened. Yeah, if you want to watch spoilers, no, you gotta watch the TV show. Watch Haunted. Head pats emoji. Stop that. But I found the witch in the yellow pages. Have a good night. Bye. Bye, Nazaria. Bye. Why would he think that's a good gift? I don't know. They were emos. Hanging out in cemeteries is the most goth thing I've ever heard. Literally, that's exactly it. They were like emo goths. Now they homies? No, they're doing it. She left her husband for the ghost? No. Anyway. Also, I thought it was really weird because they're both in the military, and apparently they spoke to like a counselor in the military about their marital issues and how they think the house is haunted, and then he got them in touch with like a paranormal investigator. And you're like, the military does that? Anyway, okay, next film. Next film. Carrie. I love this movie so much. The remake. I mean, the original, not the remake. I don't like the remake. How she's walking down the street and all the cars are flying everywhere. Boring. Sounds like a hard quote from the guy who got dumped. She dumped him for a ghost. Like, what do you say to that? Hi, Yumi in chat. Hello. Ghost NTR is the highest level NTR. Carrie is a horror? I would say Carrie is a horror, no? I would consider it a horror movie. Carrie White, a shy and abused high school student, discovers she has telekinetic powers. After being humiliated at her prom, she uses her powers to exact revenge on her tormentors. When she looks at doors and starts locking them one by one and the fire starts, I'm like, yeah, get him, girl. Get him. Sissy, insisted on being buried for the scene where Carrie's hand bursts out of the grave. Yeah, that was the fun fact. I was like, I didn't like that. She's like, hey, my hand's gonna burst out of the grave. Bury me in the soil so I can do it. Sissy being in her 30s for this film, looking like she's 18 is crazy. She was 30? I didn't know that. Yeah. Why do I hear my dog, but I don't see my dog? Come here. Okay. Is that old blood? Yeah, so this is from the prom scene. I don't want to ruin the movie, but Yumi biopic. If you that's me after my monthly bath. If you haven't seen the movie, I mean, it's kind of obvious what happens from here. Listen, she went to prom looking like this, and then she got pranked, and she left prom looking like that. You can fill in the blanks. She looks good in the movie. I didn't know she was 30. That's kind of wild. They did remake it with... Who was the girl in it? Carrie remake. What was the name of her? 2013. I know her face, but I can't think of her name. Does anyone know what it's called? What was her name called? She was in Sunshine. Oh, Chloe Grace Moritz. That's her name. I didn't really like it. The girl from Kick-Ass. Yeah. She was in the remake. It's one too many Bloody Marys, period power. It's pig's blood. That's a heavy period. It went up. Yumi's hearing voices. It's getting spooky. No, it was my dog, Yumi teenage years. Yeah, but ghost dog. The actress who played her mom in the film did such a good job as a crazy mom. It's such a good movie. I've always wished there was a part 2, but I know it's better that there wasn't. But part of me has always, I wanted to know what happens to her after the ending, you know? I don't want to say anything because I don't want to ruin it, but, you know, like, where'd she go? What happened? There is a sequel? Is there? Carrie the second. Did they change the people? I hate it when they change the people. Oh no, 99? I'm good, thanks. I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I can see that just from looking at the screenshots. I'm good, thanks. I'm good, thank you. But I understand why they didn't. This was a Stephen King. Was it Stephen King? Carrie, Stephen King? Yeah, it was Stephen King. But yeah, watch this one instead of the remake. The remake is decent. It's a bit... They obviously looked at the first one and went, make it more. So they added a whole bunch of unnecessary stuff that I feel like you didn't need to add because the movie stands up on its own. Not everything has to be over the top and have fire and things bursting and exploding, you know? But, you know. Remake better than Carrie too? Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah. Next movie is Hereditary! I will admit I didn't watch this when it came out. I watched this years later because I wasn't feeling it. And then my mom watched it and was like, you would like it. And I was like, I don't think I would. And she's like, possession? And I went, I'm listening. That's how most remakes are. Yeah, I mean, I keep saying that, but The Fly was a good thing of that. But anyway, I'm telling you to watch the originals, not the remakes. But if you can't find the originals, watch the remakes. Michael Bay. I didn't know that. Hereditary was wild. Hereditary is so good. I think I actually watched it with the Globey members again. Shortly after the debut, but it was very good. Green Mile, not a horror movie, but a prison drama. That's how most remakes are. Yeah. The Carrie novel was way different. They didn't just kill the school. She rampaged through the whole town. It also wasn't enraged. She had time to calm down before going back into the hole. That sounds a lot like the remake. She was very chill walking down the street, blowing everything up. Actors were uncredited. I don't like pretentious horror movies. What's pretentious? What do you consider pretentious? I watched this wearing headphones and bugged the hell out of it. I thought there was really someone next to me. Oh, I didn't know that. I was like, Michael Bay, huh? What do you mean? Hereditary is a hell of a trip. Dude, that car scene. I thought about that every day and I was like, that's fantastic. Like that actor for the son. Like he sees it happen, he drives home and he's just in shock. Oh, so good. So good. He did a fantastic job. I think all the actors did. But this is Hereditary, 2018. After the death of her mother, Annie and her family experience a series of tragic events that reveal dark secrets and a sinister supernatural presence. I keep thinking about the twist at the end. It's wild. The family's unraveling leads to a chilling and unforgettable conclusion. That poor husband. Also, this was a movie that also used a lot of practical effects, which I appreciate. That car scene plays in my head every time I'm on the road. Oh, it's so good. It's so good. I would call Hereditary pretentious, but fans of it in A24 can be. Mostly how they act like they are any higher end horror, like how they call this one. I don't think it's higher end horror. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, I wouldn't call it. Yeah, I mean, I guess I don't know. No, there's so many different genres of horror. I think they're all valid. I don't like it when I feel the director's superiority complex emanating from the screen. Oh, you mean like M. Night Shyamalan? I fucking hate his movies. I hate his movies. I'm so sick of that man. And the plop, yeah. Oh my gosh. But yeah, they used a lot of practical effects instead of CGI, which I appreciated. Even Sixth Sense. I do like Sixth Sense. I do like the Sixth Sense. Damn it. But it's so silly it becomes funny. The only sane person in that entire town, the poor husband. Yeah, that. I feel bad for him, honestly. When she keeps throwing the book in the fire and it won't burn. Like, imagine all the voicemails this poor man was getting at work, trying to do his job, and she's like, there's a demon in the house. Something's in the house, I'm telling you. I don't know why I made her British when she's pretty much Australian. Nosferatu. I didn't include Nosferatu, but I love that movie. I was telling my friend last night that I think Nosferatu is adorable. He's got such a dorky and like impression. Yeah, not impression. My brain's not working. He's got expression. He's got such a dorky expression. But I love Nosferatu. He's so cute. He's so cute. When I see him, I just want to be like, oh, you're so cute. Just a little guy. Exactly. Just a little vampire. Just doing his best. There are many pretentious movie fans. I don't care. I don't care. If I like a movie, I'm gonna watch it. Even if it's cringy, I'll rewatch it. I don't care. Let me enjoy my movies. I love his little buck fangs. Isn't he a cutie? Good morning. Hello, hello. Good morning, good morning. This... I sounded like Alias then for a second, didn't I? Good morning, good morning. I spent a fair few hours with Alias and Nova today on call while we were doing work. So I feel like I've started yoinking her voice. Good morning, good morning. You know, you gotta do it with the inflection. If you just say, you know, huh? It's fine. But when you do it with the inflection, you're adopting her voice entirely. You know? I didn't hear it until I heard the good morning, good morning. What if it was you on the phone and you, the bus, then who was flickering? What? My brain. M. Night is okay, but people keep expecting horror movies by him instead of the fables and bedtime stories for his kids that he actually makes. I don't know. I just hate that it's so obvious when it's a dead end twist, if that makes sense. And you're like, you know, he's leading you to think this is how it's going to end. And you're like, it's not going to end like that. And then it doesn't. And you're like, wow. Wow. Yumi replacing Alias. You can never replace Alias, but I just heard it. I spent so long with her and Nova. First room now, Yumi. She's converting us. It's like when I was in the US, I was just copying her and she's like, stop that. I'm like, I can't. The way your inflections are so cute. I can't. Night of the Girl Goo. That doesn't sound like a horror movie. That sounds like my dream movie. SpongeBob joke Yumi from the episode Graveyard Shift. If that was you on the phone and you, the bus, but it didn't, I couldn't, the sentence, okay. Yeah, I heard it when I said good morning. Okay. Okay, next movie. Wait, did we talk about this? Yes, we did. Oh, wow. She has a very particular accent, but I like yours. I like her inflections. They're quite nice. A very cabin in the woods. Chris Hemsworth. I forget he's in this movie. A group of friends go to a remote cabin for a getaway, but soon discover they are part of a twisted experiment involving supernatural forces. The film clearly deconstructs and plays with horror movie tropes. Yeah. So basically, it has like every horror movie. Yeah, I would say it's a horror comedy. Yeah. That's my dream movie too. For a bit, I forgot Girl Goo was a thing. Never forget the Girl Goo. Yeah, no, but I didn't hear it until I said good morning. And that's the way she says good morning to me. Good morning, good morning. I heard it. Cabin in the Woods. Yeah. It's another classic, it is. Isn't Cabin in the Woods in a parody movie? It's yes and no. It basically takes a whole lot of horror movie tropes and shoves them all into one movie. I wouldn't necessarily Nosferatu is at the end of the episode Graveyard Shift. Sorry, my bad timing. I was just confused. I was like, why am I on a bus? What do you mean? Casablanca. That's not a horror movie, but that's a fantastic movie. As time goes by. I went to the Casablanca restaurant when I was in Morocco. Okay, yeah, they basically took every, sort of like Scream. Yeah, Scream was, yeah, very much like Scream. Yeah, they took basically every trope and just shoved it into one movie. I did like it. Wrong Chris? Chris Hemsworth. Eh. What Chris were you talking about? Please sleep schedule. You need to watch Alias streams. They're so good. Use your hair as dental floss. I have, and I'll do it again. Now what? Yeah. Oh yeah. So in the elevator scene, apparently there's like 60 different creatures, and they're all, they all reference different horror films. So this is very much an homage to just horror in general. Chris Evans? No, Chris Hemsworth. Oh, there we go. If that was you on the phone and you on the bus, then who was that flickering the lights? Yeah. Chris Pratt? No, it's Hemsworth. I'm pretty sure it's Hemsworth. But yes, also a good movie. It's, I'd probably put this under guilty pleasure. Cheesy. Good. It was definitely Hemsworth. Yeah, I was like, am I going crazy? Scream! Ghostface, my baby boy Ghostface. You damn ghost, if you have my hammer. Listen, I'm not a huge SpongeBob person. Angry molesting tree. Man, I hate when that happens. Me in the forest. Oh no! I've tripped and fallen. I hope there isn't a sentient tree around. Thor was in the movie before he was Thor. But Cabin in the Woods kept getting pushed back for whatever reason. I guess when he got popular, then they just... it's funny to me that everyone calls the city Casablanca the Spanish translation instead of the native name Daralbaida. Even Moroccans call it Casablanca. Well, they shorten it. They call it Casa. Yeah, we all call it Casa. In that scene, they also had 4 bosses of Left 4 Dead 2 because they were going to do a collab with the game. That was, dude, I want to see Rara stream about Left 4 Dead. I was like, what do you mean a yapping stream about Left 4 Dead? This I need to see. What's up? Hello, welcome in. It was Chris Hemsworth. Casablanca does roll off the tongue. Because MGM kept having financial issues, Chris Hemsworth being in Thor helped get the financial financing to release the film. Wow. Hold on, chat. Something came up. Oh, okay. See you soon. Hate? Did I say hate? What happened? What did I say? When the girl stabs the killer in revenge, the actor was wearing body armor, but she ended up stabbing the one. Oh, stop. Ooh, stop. I don't like that. Won't be bald anymore? No, I don't think I will. Let her stay bald. A balding chihuahua. Oh my god, what are those dogs that are like half bald and missing their hair and they're terrifying? And they're really ugly. You know those ugly dogs? I think they're cute, but you know which one I'm talking about, right? Casablanca is a better name. Yeah. I guess they change a lot of the cities. Casablanca isn't actually the capital. It's Rabat. Bald. Is Yumi bald too? No! I'm not! I have a gamer den! You're talking about hating the molesting tree? Yeah, but I didn't really hate it, you know? It starts with an X or something. I love those dogs. They're my favorite. Is that what Riley looks like when she's bald? One of those cute... one of those cute dogs. I need to find it. Bald Yumi when? Never. I have a gamer den. Okay, Scream! Everyone knows Scream. It is a classic. Drew Barrymore. You like scary movies? A masked killer known as Ghostface begins murdering teenagers in a small town. I didn't put I Know What You Did Last Summer. I love teen horror. Damn it. Pretend I Know What You Did Last Summer is on this list. As the body count rises, Sydney Prescott and her friends must uncover the killer's identity before it's too late. I've read some people saying this was like the best plot twist of all time in a horror movie. And I was like, it's not. It's stolen, but sure, whatever. Flowers in the Attic? It's that book. I love that book. That movie, very good. But is that horror? I feel like it's college. No. I mean, sorry. When I say high school, like that's what it was marketed toward, like high school and college students. So I call it high school horror. I don't mean set in a high school. Like I Know What You Did Last Summer and stuff. Flowers in the Attic is horrific in a different. Yeah, I feel like that's like psychological, you know. Drew Barrymore being killed off like that shocked so many who never saw the original Psycho. Yeah. I can imagine, because she was very popular at the time still, wasn't she? So just imagine bringing in Drew Barrymore and murdering her in like the first 10 minutes. Is he actually called Ghostface though? Probably not, but I think that's just what they call them. Pod People is fun. But yeah, so not like high school, like it was like aimed towards teenagers, you know? Scream 4 is my favorite of the first one. I don't remember all of the Screams very well. I mean, I remember the first one because I watch it a lot. I don't tend to watch a lot of the sequels. Even with The Mummy, I watched the first one a lot and very rarely watch the second one. Shaggy got insane after Scooby-Doo died of a car accident. No wonder he became a murderer in this one. It was also because of her star power. They had her credited first and all. It's good. That's what I always say. If I was going to be in a horror movie, I want to be Drew Barrymore. Like, I want to be at the start of the movie, and I want to get murdered, and I want everyone to reference me for the rest of the movie. Like, I can't believe she was killed. She was so nice. Like, that's what I want to happen. I want to do minimal work, but still get reference for the rest of the movie, and have my photo everywhere. I Know What You Did Last Summer. You might like obscure games? Which one's that? I Know What You Did Last Summer, they turned into a TV show, and I watched the first episode, and I was like, why is there so much sex? Even by horror movie standards, why is there so much sex? Slash gash, put a hole in, yeah. Scream 5 and 6 are good. I haven't watched the new one either. Oh. Ah, what was your joke? I didn't see it. Yeah, I missed it. Why? I didn't see it. What? Oh man, I missed it. I don't know where it is. Okay. Next. A Nightmare on Elm Street. I love this movie. This is Wes Craven. Wes Craven. Oh, he was killing it with movies. What can I say? He made so many horror movies in the 80s. It is unfair. I can only watch one. Okay. Teenagers are stalked in their dreams by the disfigured Freddy Krueger, who kills them in their sleep. Only by staying awake can they hope to survive this nightmare world. Yes, it is so good. Johnny Depp's in this movie and he wears a crop top. That's not a fun fact. Apparently the claws are based on Wes Craven doesn't like animal claws. I think he has a fear of animal claws, and that's what this is based on. But this is terrifying. Not being the concept of this, I really like. Being so scared that you can't sleep is hilarious to me. Like, yeah. I like it. Johnny Depp Blood Fountain is a classic. Oh, the bed scene. Oh, the bath scene with the yes please. Yes please, yes please, yes please. I feel like for Yumi this would be a dream world, not a nightmare. Listen. We know I have an issue with villains. Okay. Maybe not. Maybe I could be the one to change Freddy Krueger. I would love him. It was Johnny's feature film debut. Yeah, Nicolas Cage got him the job. I think Nicolas Cage, Johnny Depp's girlfriend was a makeup artist, and Nicolas Cage was getting his makeup done by her, and then they met and became friends, and then he got him the job. He got him the audition for Nightmare on Elm Street. Yeah, we gotta thank Nicolas Cage for Johnny Depp's filmography. Yumi scaring Freddy because she didn't. Me taking sleeping pills to sleep extra. He's just like, can you leave me alone, please? Yumi, please. Leave me alone. Don't judge me. Sleepaway Camp! This is one of my favorite 80s horror movies, I think. There's a lot of good 80s horror movies. This one, I very much enjoy. The ending for this is controversial. Some people say it was like the best plot twist they've ever seen in a movie. This movie is good once. Once you watch it, it's very much ruined, and like you start noticing all the things you missed before, and you're like, oh. Oh, I see where this is going. But this, yeah, it's very good. What if you watch it once? Yeah, but the ending was very controversial. But it is what it is. Broom Morning, Broom Night. Have you covered John Carpenter's The Thing? Not yet. It's on the list though. If we're back to spoilers, what movie hasn't been more spoiled than this one? Not even The Sixth Sense has. Do you think so? I feel like maybe people have heard about the ending but haven't, like, don't associate it with this movie. But I think it's a fantastic movie. It's probably one of, like, Friday the 13th is good. There's a lot of good camp slashers, but this is probably my favorite one. Okay, we're gonna zoom through these. Zoom, zoom, zoom. Whoa, 3 hours? I'm sorry. I'm gonna... Silence of the Lambs. FBI agent seeks help from incarcerated cannibal Hannibal Lecter to catch a serial killer known as Buffalo Bill. I always thought that was the dumbest name ever, but okay. The psychological chess game between Starling and Lecter intensifies. I mean, Anthony Hopkins. Is that the sound he makes? You know, Anthony Hopkins is in this movie for like 20-25 minutes, and he won an Oscar? An Academy Award? An Oscar, I think. He's basically barely in the movie, but he won. He won the thing for it. Anthony Hopkins is the GOAT. Can't go wrong with Anthony Hopkins. Exactly. Pretty close. Thank you. I've been practicing. Also, Celine Dion, when she was at Vegas doing A New Day, Anthony Hopkins came to, you know, he's a very amazing classical musician. Anyway, sidetracked because I thought about Celine Dion. He went to see her perform, and they brought out a person dressed like on the thing, dressed like him and Hannibal Lecter in Silence of the Lambs. It was quite nice. It was quite funny. Yumi thirsting over killers and monsters. Listen, if you're down on your luck. If you're down on your luck, is a serial killer. Bro got gaslit too much from eating bad food that he decided to eat humans instead. He's got taste though. Damn, Lamb wouldn't shut up. Sleepaway Camp is so camp, get it? It is. It is very camp. It's a very good movie. It is very camp, I agree. Anthony Hopkins pretty much dominates the movie with his few scenes. Yeah, I can understand why he got the Oscar. He's very good. Like, I forget how little he is in the movie when I'm watching it. But he's just so good in it. Disney also made Condor Man. Disney has an old 70s movies about... Disney has some sketchy old movies. I understand why I got mixed responses. Yeah. It's an interesting concept, but yeah. Yeah. I've never I'll never view Beans in the way because of this movie. He's standing there menacingly. The TV show is also peak. Oh yeah. Oh, the ASMR. That's the only ASMR I'm interested in. Anthony Hopkins is an impactful actor. He is very good. Fantastic. Next one. The Ritual. This is another forest film. There's a theme. Don't ask me why I like a scare. I like forest. I always say I want to buy a house in the forest. This is another spooky forest film. Have you seen Magic? Has Anthony Hopkins' awesome film Magic. Magic. Sorry. Movie. Wow. I haven't seen this. A dummy? I hate ventriloquists. Alright, I'll add this to my list. I need to see this. Okay, this is the ritual. Yumi wants to live off of the grilled? Hell yeah. Give me the possessed woods. I watched this. It was pretty good. I do like the concept that they go into like honor their deceased friend and they all start dying. A group of friends embark on a hike through a remote Scandinavian forest to honor their deceased friend. Along the way, they encounter an ancient pagan deity that begins hunting them. Bum, bum, bum. The film's creature design was inspired by Norse mythology, particularly the Jotun giants. I haven't watched one. Oh, this is a good one. I haven't watched this one. Never heard of it. Is it good? I believe it's on Netflix. Oh, it is a Netflix movie. It is good. I am partial to forests, but it's very good. Yeah. All right, we're gonna try and get through this quickly. The Shining. Yeah, we know this one. I feel like everyone knows this one. Jack takes the job as a winter caretaker of the isolated Overlook Hotel, but soon becomes consumed by supernatural forces that drive him to madness, putting his wife and son in danger. He takes this job because he wants to be a writer, and he's like, I need peace. I need peace to write my thing. So he goes there, and then he slowly goes crazy. And when she checks his manuscript, it just says red rum. Okay. The infamous, yeah, so the scene, the here's Johnny thing took them 3 days to shoot. 3 days! 3 days and like 60 doors, which is wild. Yumi, I could watch this movie now. No! All work, no play makes Jack a dull boy. We already spoke about Condor Man, so you don't need to keep bringing it up. All work and no play makes Homer something something. Yeah, they parodied that movie too. The Shining, forgot I've watched this one. This one's very good. I mean, all of these are very good. That's why they're on my list, but this is a good one. Burial Ground movie? Is this a Burial Ground movie? Oh, I think you're right. The scene in the kitchen. Stanley Kubrick. Yeah, I've only watched the second film. Doctor Sleep? Is that the one you're talking about? I didn't really like that one. Here's Yumi! I'm pretty sure that yeah, I just remembered that scene in the kitchen where you can actually see the guy. The wife actor was borderline mentally abused on set. So her screams were real. Yeah, apparently, yeah. She was, because Stanley Kubrick just made her keep doing it again. So imagine doing 60 takes of this, and she started losing her mind. And I was just thinking, like, her voice must have been shot. Like, screaming 60 times over 3 days, over and over and over again. Yeah, that would drive me crazy, too. Blair Witch! Found footage. Not a huge fan of found footage, but this is a good movie. The game was okay, too. 3 student filmmakers venture into the woods to document the legend of the Blair Witch. After getting lost, eerie events begin to unfold, leading to their disappearance. The footage is found later, revealing the terrifying experience. This was one of the first found footage movies I watched as a kid, when it came out. And I remember being so confused by the camera angles, being like, this isn't what a movie looks like. But it was good. This is the poster of the 3rd movie. Yeah, I just grabbed one. I like this one better, the original one. The original one has that girl with the sniffles, and I just think of Scary Movie, where she's like snotting all over the camera, and it makes me feel gross. So I hate seeing the Blair Witch. I hate seeing the Blair Witch poster. It's so gross. I watched this one as an adult and really didn't like it. It's just 3 people being silly jerks to each other for 2 hours. Yeah, I enjoyed it though. I just thought it was weird when I got it. I was like, did someone... I mean, how do you do that to a DVD? But did someone, like, burn over this? But yeah. The snots... I don't like snot. Okay. Okay, next. Hellraiser. I like Hellraiser. It was early days of the internet, so a lot of people thought it was real. I was creeped out by the end. I read better creepypastas. Yeah. I used to think Blair was the witch's name. Why not? What's wrong with that? But Yumi, what about the Book of Shadows? Frankie boy, I haven't seen Hellraiser. You haven't seen Hellraiser? The Book of Shadows. Charmed. I may have to take a break from using AI. What? A rogue AI version of you. Hellraiser, yes. Oh, a nail head? You opened my box. I came. Is my... I love it. I love it. It's why I like playing DBD with the pinhead. Pick it up and he's like, I came. To watch, read the entire viral marketing for Blair Witch. It's difficult now that the OG website is down, so God bless Wayback Machine. There was a movie recently that did something similar for marketing, but I can't remember what it's called. Guess the marketing wasn't that good. Jesus. But yes, so after discovering a mysterious puzzle box, Frank Cotton unleashes the Cenobites, hellish creatures who torture souls and like to get frisky, if you ask me. When Frank's lover tries to resurrect him, the puzzle box's dark power threatens to consume them all. Also, Pinhead didn't have a name. They were just calling him the lead Cenobite, and then someone was like, he got all those nails in his head. Have you thought about Pinhead? BDSM Razor. Yeah. The twins. The twins. Yumi and Pinhead, the perfect couple. I don't like needles. I know those are nails, but honestly, same. Same thing. Okay. Next. My favorite movie of all time, The Exorcist. I spend the least amount of time on it. A young girl, Reagan, becomes possessed by a demonic entity, and two priests attempt to save her through an exorcism. The intense psychological and physical torment culminates in a battle between good and evil. Also, this is based on a true story about a young boy who had an exorcism in like 1940 something. In the 40s. Yeah. But this is... Oh, I love this. This is my favorite horror movie. The Exorcist is a good movie. To be honest, I really liked it. Nailhead sounds cooler. No, it doesn't. The Yumi Witch Project starring all V4Mirai VTubers. But Pinhead would have such sights to show Yumi. I mean... Well... I wouldn't say no. I like The Exorcism. Emily Rose is good, but I feel like classic, very good. Reagan is great. The mom is amazing in this movie. Everyone's like, you are batshit crazy, lady. The party scene where everyone's playing the piano and singing, and she just comes down and starts peeing on the floor. That's in Scary Movie too. Sometimes the exorcisms were performed on normal, unpossessed people. Yeah, I think a lot of people that had mental health issues were caught in the crossfire, but now the church really doesn't approve many, if any, exorcisms. A lot of them are done outside of approval from the Vatican. But you know, Yumi just scaring every movie monster because she's into them. Well, I don't know about this one. Exorcist 3 so underrated. I don't know. Some of the sequels just don't hit for me. And then there was so many offshoots of The Exorcist. Not that I don't like, not that I dislike them, but this one is superior. Just because the priests don't want to hurt their own kind. Yeah, exactly. They don't want them to get trialed for like murder or something. Yeah, it's an interesting. Should we do dark history about exorcism? That would be cool. Okay. Let me just write that down real quick. Exorcism. Exorcisms. Exorcist 2, Exercise Harder. Exorcist 3 was the only good sequel to me. I can't fully remember. I might have to go through the series again. I love the Shrek parody. The what? I heard the writer believed in this stuff and the director doesn't, which is why it's filmed so matter-of-factly like a documentary. The book is very good. I read the book like years and years and years and years after watching this for the first time as a kid. My parents left me home alone and I was like, what is this movie they rented? The Exorcist? No pain, no gain. Dark history on exercising. I mean, yeah. The Vigil. The Vigil is a good movie. I didn't think about that. That's a good movie too. There's so many good horror films. But The Exorcist has a special place in my heart. The head twisty, the vomit, the crucifix scene. Truly terrifying. Imagine if your kid started doing that. I wouldn't recover either. The Thing! In the Antarctic wilderness, a group of researchers encounters a shape-shifting alien that can perfectly imitate any living being. Paranoia spreads as the men realize they can no longer trust each other, which is a fantastic premise. The Thing, hell yeah! We had to have it on the list. Also, I like this one. So the practical effects, like with the creatures, were created by Rob Bottin. And he was 22 years old when he did the effects for this, which is crazy. And Rob Bottin and Tom Savini worked together. Rob Bottin worked on a lot of movies. He worked on Seven. He worked on Fight Club. He worked on The Fog. RoboCop. Okay, not a horror movie, but but we all know how much I love RoboCop. But yes, he's amazing. Same with Tom Savini. I enjoy Tom Savini, but I think Tom Savini's amazing. But Rob Bottin is 22 years old. They don't make fun of the way I pronounce words. Bottin. I'm saying Bottin. The Thing, Among Us. No. Love the Fog remake was bad. I never watched the remake, and I stand by that. Yumi, for some reason, for The Exorcist 2, they got a director who hated the first film? No wonder it turned out the way like it did. Why? People were leaving the cinema in The Exorcist. Did you hear that the video game sequel to this movie is getting a remaster soon? Someone mentioned it earlier, but I've never played the video game. Lobotomy. It's clobbering time. I thought you enjoyed the RoboCop games, not the movies. Yeah, I do like the games. The movies are meh. Okay. The game is good shits. I haven't played it. Maybe I'll play it when it comes out. That does sound interesting. Okay, we're almost done. We're gonna speed run these. The next one. The Blob. I don't care. I like this movie. A gelatinous alien blob crashes to Earth and begins consuming everything in its path, growing larger with each victim. A group of teenagers tries to warn the town and stop the unstoppable oozing menace. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. Original or remake of what? The Blob? They remade The Blob? I don't know about that. I don't know about that. The Blob better than Slither? What? No. Katamari, he's just hungry. He's just hungry. He's just hungry for everything. The Blob! Man, The Blob was gnarly. It's, yes, in 1988. They remade it in 1988. Steve McQueen? I don't know Steve McQueen. I was like, wait, that was Steve McQueen? I always think about his green car. The Yumi versus the Blob RP stream. Didn't Alias do that for 3D? Go watch it. The Blob looks like a little guy. Leave him alone. He's doing his best. The Blob was created using silicon and red dye. And they used like tilted sets and wires to move it, which is hilarious to me. Yumi, what? What? Let me enjoy the Blob. Amanda in the sauce. Really? Oh, I didn't know that. Maybe I'll check it out then. Although, Saw 2. I didn't put Saw or Hostel on the list just because, you know, but I do enjoy them. Alien! I mean, we know this. The Nostromo, The crew of the Nostromo responds to a distress signal, and then they go there, and then the aliens start eating them one by one. I remember her 3D debut. Alias got vored by the slime. Yeah, exactly. Zeno, my beloved, first on-screen mpreg. Also, for the chest bursting scene, they didn't like I think the actors sort of knew what was gonna happen, but they didn't fully know what was gonna happen, and they shot it in like one take, and like all of their reactions were basically genuine. Imagine just like, because it was basically like a fake chest, and her head was like popped in behind the table with like the fake body and stuff. So her head was just there, and she was like locked in, and then this thing bursts out of her chest, and she's screaming, and that is her honest reaction. The iconic, oh God! Yeah, exactly. Very good. I think that's not allowed. Well, they did that. They did for the Blair Witch Project, they started starving. Well, they didn't starve them. They gave them less and less food every day to get them to, like, I don't know, stress. And it was just getting worse and worse. So I don't think that's legal. Elephant Man. Oh, Elephant Man was a good movie too. Okay, next one. The Audition. I think it's just called Audition. This is a Japanese horror film. Move closer to watch the chest burst. We'll see. I can't wait to see it tomorrow. I love rewatching it. So hot. I mean, not so hot. Who said that? Not me. What? Huh? Yeah. The Audition. A lonely widower holds a fake audition to find a new wife, but becomes entangled with a mysterious and dangerous woman named Asami. Yeah. I need to watch this movie. Clip, don't clip, don't clip, don't clip, don't clip. She would say that. As their relationship progresses, her sadistic tendencies are revealed in a shocking and graphic climax. And also, my fun fact for this is that the chick, I hate calling women chicks. The chick that played Asami did all of her stunts, and she did the acupuncture needles during the scene. Yumi, I Think I Love You. It's a good movie. It's a good movie. Do you think this would be easy to find? Should we add this to our list of movies? Apparently this movie wasn't supposed to be a horror film. I think it was supposed to be like a psychological thriller, and then they switched it to be a horror film, which I think works better. Don't be ashamed. It's only nature running its course. Should be the chick, the babe, the doll, toots, sugar tits. Maybe. I wonder. I have to look this one up. This is a good one. If you haven't watched it, this would be a good one for us to watch together, instead of going through all the 90s movies, even though they're fantastic. Later directed live-action Ace Attorney. That's a thing? I didn't know that was a thing. Yumi, the best to watch movies with. I talk through movies because I just have so many facts that I want to tell everyone. The Lighthouse. I mean, say what you will. I liked it. I thought it was very well done. Apparently they used a dialogue from like Lighthouse Keeper Diaries from like the 19th century. But anyway, two lighthouse keepers stranding on a remote island descend into paranoia madness and alcohol-fueled hallucinations as a brutal storm traps them in isolation. Their grip on reality slips as they grapple with dark secrets and primal urges. There's even a musical? Huh? Oh, I was like, they made a Lighthouse musical? Why? Lighthouse is amazing. Edward Cullen. I feel like not Edward. What's his name? Robert Pattinson. I was gonna say, like, listen, Robert Pattinson really came into his own, and then I was gonna call him Edward Cullen. Edward Cullen really forged his own career outside of Twilight. But yeah, Robert Pattinson, after Twilight, he did a lot of indie movies, and I feel like he really like paid. I mean, so did what's her face. I feel like he paid his dues doing a lot of indie movies. He did one about September 11, which was really made me cry like a baby. But I feel like he put in the time to like basically like, you know, get his acting career in check and put in the hours and put in the work. He was he was Cedric Diggory in Harry Potter. We really needed a cleanse after Twilight. Yeah, and I think he put in the work. Because, I mean, a lot of those people never went on to, like, be in bigger movies because it was like, you're in Twilight. Radcliffe just got weirder. Well, Radcliffe did the same thing. He did a lot of indie movies and started doing weird... I mean, the Corpse one is fantastic. What's that movie called? That one is hilarious. I watched that in an art house cinema because it wasn't in the main cinema and it was so funny. Pattinson got more normal. Yeah. Well, yeah, true. Pattinson went for more serious indie films. Radcliffe was like, let me just do weird artsy stuff. And yeah, and then Swiss Army Man. Yeah, that's what it was called. And yeah, and then he did, then he got Batman, and I think it was well deserved. Some people were like, he was in Twilight. I'm like, yeah, but he's done a lot since then, and I think he has a very good back catalog. Swiss Army, it was called Swiss Army Man. Yeah. I wake up and you're streaming? Yeah, I stream at this time all the time. I'm waiting for a train like 55 minutes. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, Radcliffe was in the Weird Al documentary. That was... yeah, I watched that too. I feel like Radcliffe was just agreeing to everything weird. Hello, good morning. Hello. Welcome in. Okay. We're almost done, I promise. Okay, next one. Whoa, okay, this one. Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. If you want to watch it, it's actually available on YouTube for free. This one isn't really a horror movie, but she is the queen of Halloween, so how could I not include it? She promises. I'm almost done, I swear. There's this one and one more, and then that's it. Okay. Humana. Oh, Elvira. So Elvira, a horror hostess, inherits a decrepit mansion in a conservative small town. Her arrival stirs up the locals, especially when she discovers she has inherited magical powers tied to her family's witch history. The movie starts with her ending one of her movie Macabre episodes, so it's basically based on her actual life. Oh, there's a live stream. If no one's online, we're gonna start rating Elvira. I'm sorry. Elvira? No, I call her Elvira, Mistress of the Dark. I've never heard anyone call her Elvira. I've always heard people calling her Elvira. My mom went to school with the actress for Elvira. Oh, Cassandra Peterson, she's so sweet. But yeah, it's a very feel-good movie. It's like, the weirdo goes to town and then everyone shuns her and then she saves everyone, even though she shouldn't, because I know I wouldn't. And then everyone's like, we were wrong, Elvira. We were wrong. Something's in the way. It's Elvira. Okay, I've never heard anyone call her Elvira. That's why I was wondering. But also, her career is really interesting because what happened was Vampira was supposed to host movie Macabre, and she declined. And then I don't know if she was supposed to host it with Elvira, or she was just supposed to host it alone. But then Elvira came out and her show became super duper popular. Oh, Vampira. Yeah, I understand. Yeah, they're probably confusing it with Vampire. Vampira? Vampira. Yeah. Oh yeah, so Vampira saw how popular it was getting, and then she sued them. She sued them and said they stole my look. And the judge was like, ma'am, you don't own red lipstick and tits. You don't own red lipstick and a black dress, ma'am. So she got away with that, but also they didn't really have money to pay her. Like, they didn't give her, even though she was super popular, they didn't really have money to pay her. I love Elvira. They didn't have really money to pay her. So every year when she would go in for contract negotiations, instead of getting a raise, she would get rights to Elvira. So she would say, oh, like, for me to re-sign, I want the rights to release merch. And they were like, oh, okay. And then the next time she'd be like, oh, I want the rights to the Elvira name. And they were like, yeah, okay. She saw my look. Payment and exposure. She's still active on social media. Yeah, she released a book and she released makeup. She still goes to cons. She's still the queen of Halloween. I think she performs at like a Halloween party every year in LA or something. I don't know. I'm not versed with LA Halloween culture. And in the last year she renewed, she basically got the rights to all of Elvira, and then that year or the year after, the studio actually tanked, like the TV station tanked for like doing some shady stuff with like numbers, but she had Elvira so she was able to market it and do everything. But she was always, her career was always like screwed over by men who just like, women didn't have a problem with her. It was always men. And it was weird because her biggest demographic was like in the southern states, in the Midwest. I know so much about Elvira. I'm so sorry. I know I said this would be quick, but I'm so sorry. I love Elvira so much. Even though majority of the people were her highest demographic were in the southern states and the Midwest, and then nerd stuff, she outplayed that TV station for real. I'm so happy she did too. Elviratism is in you. Yumi, you're fine. Tell me more about Elvira. Okay, listen, I love it. Over here, I love her so much. Her and Morticia, they were the women I watched and I was like, I want to look like that when I grow up. Black dresses and red lips. Thank you. Wrapping up a Roger Corman film. Yeah. It's really good. It's really good. And it also has like the iconic lines where it's like she hits her head and he's like, "Is your head okay?" And she's like, "I've never had any complaints." She's just so good at singers. Okay, anyway, sorry. Also, her look was designed by a drag queen, and you can tell. Okay, I'll get back to what I was saying. Yeah, so they were her biggest demographic, but the conservatives didn't like her because they were like, titties. But the thing with Elvira is she was never like a sex symbol. If you like, they always made her out to be like a whore. But if you watch the movie or you like listen to her, whenever guys would hit on her and try to be sexual, she would always turn them down and be like, "Don't treat me like that." So she was like the opposite of what they were claiming her to be. Anyway, she eventually got at the TV station, one of the producers saw her dressed like that and they were like, you need to change your outfit. She's like, "Yeah, I will." And then she never did. But then she was offered a chance. You can see the pilot on YouTube. She was offered a chance to film a pilot for a TV show about Elvira, which I thought would have been amazing. If you watch the pilot, you'll understand. It would have been really, really good. But then during is your head okay right now? I'm sorry. I'm trying to get all the information out as fast as I can without getting into a tangent. And then see, I went on a tangent. Now I can't remember. It takes a queen to design a queen. Yeah. Oh yeah. During the screening at the studios, they were doing the screening, and then the head of the studio walked past and saw it, and they were like, boobs, cancel it. And then they shelved it. They never released the TV show, but you can see it on YouTube and watch the pilot. It was gonna be so good. She like lives with her aunt, and then I think her niece or something comes in and moves in too, and it's just about a group of like misfits trying to make it together in like this weird town. It would have been so good. It would have been so good. Anyway, I love Elvira. I love Elvira, and I don't like the way she was treated, okay? I don't think it was fair, and I'm glad that, well, they probably still complain about her, but I'm glad that she still managed to make her bag. She probably didn't make as much as she could have if it weren't for these hoity-toity men being like, she can't do this, she can't dress like this, she's not allowed to be sexy, without even knowing her, without even knowing what Elvira stands for. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk about Elvira. Can we go faster? No, I'm done. Okay. Oh, one more movie. They just felt threatened. I agree. It's not fair. The Hills Have Eyes. Wes Craven, again, he was killing it. The original, the remake, I actually don't mind. If you suggested the remake to the original, I'd watch it. I love Yumi's TED Talks. Hopefully she will stand on me. Listen, I love Elvira. You gotta give her props. I'm glad she managed to get as far as she did with people treating her and blocking her the way they did. But yes. A suburban family on a road trip crashes in the desert only to be terrorized by a clan of cannibalistic mutants living in the hills. The once innocent family must fight for their lives. Yappening Yumi here. I just had to get it all out, okay? Yes. Hopefully Yumi will stand on. I mean, I love Yumi's friends. Fucking finally, I'm at train. Well, congrats. I hope you get home safely. But yes, listen, you know I'm passionate about certain things, and Elvira is one of them. Elvira will forever be an icon. She is my Halloween queen, and she will always be my Halloween queen. Also, yeah, this is sort of loosely based on like I guess a Scottish legend, a real life legend, who killed and ate hundreds of people in Scotland. So there's that. The Mummy wasn't on here. I thought about it, but The Mummy's not a horror movie. I would say it's action comedy. Love how strongly passionate you are about this Yumi Elvira cosplay. I mean, that's my default outfit. I don't know what you're talking about. I need water after that. I yapped for so long. The original Mummy's Curse? Oh, yeah, that would be a horror movie. Oh, I didn't even clock that. You're right. Yeah, there's a lot of movies that aren't on here. But I feel like we did okay, okay? We did 31 movies and we did like 10 honorable mentions. But we did it. I'm sorry, okay? I was like, 31 movies? We're gonna burn through this. I'm probably not even gonna have... I'm not gonna have enough to yap about. I underestimated my love of horror movies. Whoopsie. You can do a Watch Mojo. Welcome to Watch Mojo. Welcome to Watch Yumi. 31 Halloween, what? 31 of the best Halloween movies. Number 1. I'm glad I learned all these things and spent time with you. Yumi needs an Elvira couch. I did it for 3D. I wonder if I could get one in general. To be fair, I expect you to yap more. Number 15, Ghostbusters. I thought that was going to say 13 ghosts. And I was like, I thought about it because the bathtub lady was scary, but she was hot. Ghostbusters is not a horror movie. I did also think about the Addams Family. There's so many things that I could have done, but I tried to stay true to horror. But then I also include horror comedy, so who am I to talk? But there were so many movies. Chucky. I thought about Child's Play, but I didn't really enjoy it. I don't know. Chucky's fine. There's so many movies. 13 Ghosts. I do like the house in 13 Ghosts. The Glass House. That was a remake too, wasn't it? Thank you for stopping by. No, thank you. Watching next Halloween. Okay, gotta go now. And thank you for stopping by. So bye, Yumi. And thank you. I hope you have a lovely spooky season. Child's Play is a terrible movie. It's not one of my favorites. I understand. People really like Chucky. Yeah, but there's so many. Chucky movies got better when it became a comedy. A Leprechaun was also a movie that I guess is technically horror comedy. Dude, the Leprechaun in the Hood is just wild. I just thought about that. Don't fuck with the jock. No way, Yumi's the first horror fan I know besides me that doesn't like those movies. It's not, I don't know. Addams Family, Christina Ricci. Man, Morticia ruined women for me. Leprechaun is funny. Gremlin. There's so many. Leprechaun in the Hood is amazing. Yeah, Critters, Eight-Legged Freaks. See, there's so many movies. I just felt like I wanted to pick the ones that, you know, I picked the ones that I don't have to be like, ooh, what about that movie? I picked the ones that just like came to my head, which means they were like, you know, there. 500 Days of Summer. Is that a romance thing? 500 Days of Summer? Is that not? Am I thinking of the same movie? Yeah, isn't that like a romance thing? Huh? Eight-Legged Freaks. I hate spiders. That messed me up. Hi, welcome in, Lane. Hello. Leprechaun in the Hood is one of the best movies ever. You have to know it was good when we got Leprechaun in the Hood too. Is that really a title? The Leprechaun movies were something. Was there The Conjuring? No. The Conjuring movies have their place, but I wouldn't put them on like an iconic, like you must watch this Halloween. Also, they really butchered the original stories from the Warrens, which I mean, obviously, because the original ones are kind of boring. Gotta jazz it up. To think in maybe 10 years, Five Nights at Freddy's. No. No, I don't think it will. No, no, no. Twilight is a horror in storytelling. True. I forgot about the Ernest movies. Ernest Slam Dunk was like my favorite. I would watch that on repeat. I would like rewind the VHS and just watch it over and over again. And my dad's like, stop watching it. It's not funny. We need a Yumi horror movie top 10 with Yumi saving it like the Burger King foot. Number 9. The Witch. An English Puritan family moves into a house by the forest and weird things start to happen. Puppet Master. There's a lot of good horror films. I just enjoy watching them. Whether they're good or bad, I have a great time watching them. I've never ended a horror film and be like, I wasted my time. I always just enjoy it no matter what, but yeah. Why are you so good at that voice? Squidward, is that you? Thank you for coming to Yumi's Movie Macabre Countdown. I hope you'll be checking out these movies this Halloween. Okay. I should end stream. I will send you on your merry ways to Lyco. I'm sending you to watch Lyco's card stream. Wait, let me check. She's still alive, right? Yes, she is. We will raid into Lyco. Okay, be good. I don't want to leave. No, we're done. Get out of here. You surfer dude, Yumi doesn't exist and can't hurt you. Cowabunga. Have you watched the movie where George Clooney is a surfer cop? It was before he was famous. Okay, and it was crazy. He's like an undercover surfer dude. Just think about how stupid that is. Okay, normalize this voice, Yumi. Lyco's still going. Didn't she just start? Okay, be good. Stay safe. Don't do anything I would do. I'll see you tomorrow for the members Alien Watch Along. Unpleasant dreams and rest in peace. That's the wrong button. Goodbye. Bye. Oh, that's the wrong schedule. That's the wrong schedule. Oh, that's the right schedule. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, no, I won't. No, tomorrow is prison visiting hours. Never mind. I will see you tomorrow. Goodbye. I love you. Bye. Mwah.